Get nasty on a Monday. It's the Fast Lane on 101 ESPN with Andrew Marsh, Carey Davis, and Jamie Rivers. I'm Anthony Stalter, 202. Your time check brought to you by Clarkson Jewelers, an officially licensed Rolex jeweler. We start off talking about the Super Bowl. Biggest takeaways, everybody's biggest takeaways from last night's Seattle Seahawks victory over Jamie's New England Patriots. Jamie, why don't you go ahead and go first? Your biggest takeaway from last night's game. Thanks for coming in, by the way.
Yeah, appreciate you guys having me. It was a tough day to get up. We're in mourning at the Rivers house. At least I am. My biggest takeaway was that, defensively, the Seahawks just dominated. And I'll go back to something I've made fun of all year: the easy schedule. I think it reared its ugly head last night. I really do. Drake May looked like he was completely overwhelmed. Now, in fairness to Drake May, it could have been a multitude of things. Could have been, you're playing in the Super Bowl. It's just your second year. You're playing against a really good defense. All eyes on you at this point. And maybe he just felt the pressure. But I felt like he had not seen nobody has seen a better defense. I think the Seahawks had the best defense in all the NFL. But he wasn't ready for it. And schematically, I don't know what Josh McDaniels was doing with him. I would have started the game with a ton of easy 3, 4, 5-yard passes in the flat. Just get him the ball out of his hands. Let's work on getting it out quickly, because as a coach of that experience, you should know he's going to be under pressure the entire night. Let's get him used to getting that ball, get it from the center, get it off. From the center, get it to your guy. Instead, it was a disaster. He hung on to the ball. He fumbled the ball, the interceptions, throwing it into traffic. What are you doing, man? So, to me, those are my takeaways.
CD, your biggest takeaway, Seahawks 29-13 victors over the Patriots.
Yeah, it went about how I thought it would go. I thought Seattle's front four would be too dominant for the Patriots, and they were. You got two rookies on the left side, left guard, left tackle, and they were exposed yesterday. I was telling you all in the office, Will Campbell had a really bad day, but I think he's a player that's going to be a really good football player, and that'll be a learning experience. As a rookie, getting your butt whipped on the biggest stage is never great. I mean, it had been memes and reels and everything posted about him just not doing a really good job. But the offensive line as a whole,
Anthony
Marshy
didn't do a great job yesterday. And so, you can blame it on the scheme. You can blame it on the offensive line. You can blame it on, a second-year quarterback facing, that defense that was extremely stout and tough. And blitzing, when they did blitz, they were blitzing from, places where he didn't see the blitz coming from. But I thought that story was more about how well Seattle performed and what they did defensively and schematically, how they got after the Patriots' offensive line and their offense than anything else. Drake May, I think he's going to be a really good player as well. But that was a learning lesson for a young team yesterday. They just got outclassed up front, outmanned. And even when they didn't blitz, I was showing you in the office, even when they didn't blitz, when it was just man on man, they were getting their butts kicked. So everybody took their turn. Everybody on that offensive line had a missed assignment, missed a man, had pressure in Drake May's face. And there's not much you can do with that, especially, again, as a younger quarterback. And once that pressure starts building up and you start looking at the rush, the hell with everything else downfield. I'm more concerned with what's going on, by the time I get to my back step, that the people are going to be there before I get the ball out. So I thought that's what it was.
Marshy?
This is just my opinion. I think that good to great defense is fun to watch if you have a dog in the fight. But for me, it does not produce an entertaining matchup.
Well, you didn't like that?
No, it was a boring game.
It's bad.
Punt, 3 and out.
You guys don't love defense. Yeah. That was an exciting game.
You played the game, right? And you were showing us in the office all these different things that for you is entertaining, right? But for somebody who didn't play football, and I just love watching the NFL, I didn't find that game to be entertaining. Don't get me wrong, I appreciate a good to great defense. I thought the Patriots defense played really well too.
They did.
So, and obviously Seattle's defense was awesome. But in the Super Bowl, I don't think it necessarily produced a great product for fans to watch. So that was my main takeaway.
I was like Carey. I said it all last week. I thought it was going to be a rough watch, and I'm typically wrong on Super Bowls. That was one that I had said all week. It's going to be, in some fans' eyes, a boring Super Bowl. It's not a great matchup. I thought Seattle was clearly the best team going in. They were the best team coming out. And my biggest takeaway, since that Bucs 31-9 win over the Chiefs in the 2020 season, 2021 Super Bowl, 3 of the last X amount of Super Bowls, let's see, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Half of the last 6 Super Bowls, if the offensive line for one of the teams was overmatched, the game was terrible. The Chiefs, their 2 losses with Patrick Mahomes, tough watches because they could not protect Patrick Mahomes. Last night was the same deal. Seattle kicked their ass all night long. Their front 4 was so dominant that even when Drake May did have a little bit of a clean pocket or enough space to operate, he was out of rhythm all game until the fourth quarter, when really there was nothing left to do and Seattle was just bleeding the clock at that point. But 3 of the last 6 Super Bowls dating back to that Tampa Bay win, if one team's offensive line is overmatched, the game will be bad. And the Patriots O-line has been getting the snot beat out of it for weeks now. And the one thing that everybody kept talking about, Jamie mentioned it, New England, their schedule was incredibly easy. You go to the playoffs. Chargers were a gift because the 2 tackles were out. C.J. Stroud was a gift among himself, just within himself. And the other gift, of course, was Bo Nix hurting himself in the game against Buffalo the week prior, and you got a chance to face Jarrett Stidham in a snowstorm. It was one cakewalk after another. Last night did not surprise me at all. And if I could go bitter Bob for a second here, guys.
Oh, please do.
As somebody who roots for a team that was clearly the better team the night of the Super Bowl and watch those scumbag Patriots somehow get gifted a victory, I enjoyed last night.
I thought history was going to repeat itself.
Hey, Patriot fans. Your team wasn't the better team last night. Much like in previous Super Bowls, and you didn't steal one. You got crushed. So I enjoyed it last night. I know it's probably boring. I sat there and I laughed, and I laughed, and I laughed. I just kept thinking of those Patriots fans who've been so not you, Jamie, not you.
Why are you staring at me then?
Because you've got 3 different teams. You know, you kind of you love all
Why
your
aren't you
teams
staring at
equally.
Marshy or Carey when you say it?
I'll stare at the wall then. That's fine. You Patriot fans. I thought of you last night. I enjoyed it.
Did you?
I really did. I really enjoyed it.
It's a real piece of crap.
This is so boring. It's 9-0. I loved it. I did. I loved that Drake May didn't have, like, I don't know, more than 60 some odd yards going to the fourth quarter. I enjoyed it.
I thought they were going to get shut out.
I did too.
Yeah. Like it was.
When Barner caught the touchdown, I go, they could get shut out.
I'm just telling you what I thought. It was a bad look by the Patriots. They just couldn't get anything going offensively. It was pressure, and more pressure. And Drake May was uncomfortable. And, you know, when the game starts going, and the fact that their defense did keep them, the Patriots defense did keep them in the game, holding Seattle to, you know, field goal after field goal. Christian Gonzalez, I told you,
he was awesome.
He was one of the best players on the
Probably
field.
should have been the MVP.
Kenneth Walker had something to say about that. He had an outstanding
How many
game.
touchdowns did he have?
He had 1 call back.
1 call back.
I just saying. How many did he have?
50 yards.
So 1 call back equals how many?
0.
Okay. Just checking.
Same number of touchdowns the Patriots had in the first half.
Are you surprised?
And the Seahawks in the first half.
Are you surprised they didn't give the MVP to a defensive player? I know, like,
Or Jake Myers.
what
That would have been interesting.
He set a Super Bowl record.
Yeah.
I mean, that's what that Super Bowl kind of deserved, to kicker to being the MVP.
If it would have come down to a last field goal to win it, like situation where he had to kick, I think he would have. Because he did keep them, he put them in the lead and kept them in that game. Kenneth Walker was the best player on the field. Christian Gonzalez was the second best player. And then the kicker for the Seahawks.
Jake Myers. Yeah.
So
I wasn't surprised that a defensive player didn't get it, because I think you would have had to, like, it would have been a share. With his share of the
and
MVP.
one player
But
had
it's like-
multiple sacks, like really, like had
Yeah.
3 sacks. Let's say. I think you got to give it to him. Like
Yeah,
when
pick six,
Von
yeah.
Miller won it,
Right.
he dominated that game.
Yeah.
I didn't know if maybe they give it to a defensive player with the idea of, hey, this is a team award, but we're going to give it to this one guy because only one guy can win it. But just know that the entire defense deserves this.
Yeah. Oh, you could have given it to Mike McDonald.
I don't think you're allowed to do that.
I don't think so either. But that defensive effort, performance,
Oh, like
scheme,
anything to do with that.
everything. Had everything to do with it. Not everything. All right. The defense, speaking of defense led the charge for last night's win for the Seahawks. Are we seeing a shift in the NFL? Carey ponders that thought. He'll explain why next on 101 ESPN. It's a Fast Lane on 101 ESPN. Mike Tirico, NBC Sports last night on the call as the Seahawks become Super Bowl champions. Carey, I know that you were thinking about something that Kyle Shanahan had said last night as it relates to the defense and whether or not we're seeing a shift in the NFL. What are your thoughts?
Well, yeah, he mentioned yesterday that there were 2 Super Bowl defenses in the league this year, Seattle and Houston. And he said by Super Bowl defenses, what I mean is that as long as they do what they do and the offense or the special teams don't screw it up, they'll win the Super Bowl. And we saw the Houston Texans, defensively, just outstanding. C.J. Stroud turned the ball over way too many times and put them in a bad position. But the Seattle Seahawks yesterday, their defense did exactly what, they were doing all season long, and Sam Darnold took care of the football. And so we often talk about how innovative offensive coaches are and how, they know how to attack you offensively and they put you in a bad position. I think we're starting to see a shift where the defensive coordinators are the ones putting the offenses in bad positions. And generally when you are, there are rules to any game. Like, as a rule, if you are blitzing from one side, you're going to have the safety kind of coming down. I think Seattle did a really good job of disguising their blitzes, showing you something that looked like what it was going to be, and then it's something different, engaging the offensive linemen with, defensive linemen or linebackers, and then dropping. So normally when those things happen, as an offensive lineman, I'm going to hold on or attack, and then the guy drops, and now I'm blocking air. And now I got 2 or 3 guys blitzing unblocked, and they're hitting your quarterback in the back of the head. So just the way that the defenses have kind of caught up with offensive play, like I said, offenses have always been it's always been more exciting to watch big plays. But I think what the Seattle Seahawks did defensively yesterday was outstanding. And it's what I expected, but to continue to see it week after week in the playoffs, I think it's special to see a defensive coordinator and a defensive team play the way that they did.
So the question becomes, are we seeing a shift in the NFL? Maybe to some degree. The only thing I would say is, one, you have to have the architect, and the Seahawks do in McDonald's, but you also have to have the players that are unselfish. And Carey, you had mentioned this a couple of times as we were going over the game, and you were pointing certain things out. Watching the All-22,
right.
They play unselfish defense. If a defensive tackle can tie up 2 players to free up, that a defensive end that might be looping back inside, that's what he does. And you could tell he's no longer pass rushing. He is specifically opening up a lane for his teammate.
Correct.
And you look at how Seattle plays things. I mean, effort is certainly key, but the complexity of what Mike McDonald is preaching them, you have to be unselfish.
Yeah.
So can you get all 11 plus guys, because you have obviously you have backups too. Can you get everybody playing that way where you're not going to have a superstar, but all of you are going to win collectively?
I think there were, and I know Kyle Shanahan mentioned just those 2 defenses, but I think the Denver Broncos were also one of those defenses. If they don't screw it up offensively, you probably win the game. I think the Cleveland Browns also have one. They got the Defensive Player of the Year and the Defensive Rookie of the Year. I think they were also one of those teams that if the offense just doesn't mess up, you keep yourself in games. So when you're looking, for me, I feel like there could be a shift in what we're seeing offensively in terms of the NFL, because these defenses are – the skill guys on the defense are extremely skillful in terms of being able to cover downfield, not hold. Playing defensive back is one of the toughest positions in all of sports, in my opinion. You got to run backwards. You got to know, you be able to break and cut, and you don't know where the hell the ball is going to be at. But just watching this, I do feel like we're seeing a bit of a shift. You had 2 defensive-minded head coaches in the Super Bowl. Last year, the Philadelphia Eagles won the Super Bowl, not because of what they did offensively, but what you talked about. The offensive line for the Kansas City Chiefs could not block any of them. They had no chance in hell. And so if you can get the quarterback disrupted and make life miserable for him, I think you got a good chance. And your offense and your special teams take care of the football, I think you got a really good chance to win that game, no matter what level you're playing on.
This reminds me of what you always talk about when it comes to Major League Baseball. We look at the regular season and we're like, oh my gosh, these guys hit so many home runs. These guys do this. This offense is great. But what happens when it comes down to the postseason? It comes down to pitching, right? Who has the better pitching? In football, who has the better defense? Who can run the ball? That's really what it comes down to. And we're talking about defense right now, but that's what it reminds me of. At the end of the day, Do you have the better pitching? Do you have the better defense? Ultimately, you will win your championship in whatever sport it is.
Yeah,
Same thing with hockey, too.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, whoever's physical, whoever plays defense, whoever, it becomes a goal prevention game at that point. And I think the reason for that, and I'm open to, whatever, if you guys differ in this, but I think the reason for that is because you are now facing the best of the best. You can't just get away with a sloppy defensive performance because you can outslug somebody or you can outscore somebody. In the regular season, that's fine. That'll happen. But in the postseason, where the games are so much tighter and you cannot make a mistake, especially in baseball, if you make a defensive error, I mean, we saw it in this past World Series. You make a defensive error or you make a spectacular defensive play, the margin for error is so razor thin that you can swing a game one way or the other. Last night, just by rushing 4 and completely dominating New England's offensive line, Seattle had many of those moments where they tilted the scales back in their favor. They were only up 9-0 at halftime, and they kicked the field goal with, 10, 15 seconds remaining? It's not like they were blowing them out, but the Patriots had a 4th and 1 near midfields. At one point, they're the 45-yard line or something like that. In the second quarter, Vrabel said, "To hell with the punt. I can't trust that my old line's going to help." So just having a great defense shifted the game in that moment.
One of the things that also happens when you're playing defense like that as an offense, there's a level of frustration that starts to set in when you can't get anything going, when you feel like you're looking up and you're like, man, they got to have 12, 13 people on the field. Like, it's no way they're only playing with 11 because somebody's running free every damn time. Like, we're looking back and we got to pick our quarterback up whether it's a sack or he just got knocked down after throwing the ball. Like, when that starts to happen, a level of frustration starts to set in for that offense, and then you start to think, well, damn, we can't do anything offensively. How are we going to win this game? Because I know we got to score points in order to win. Yeah, our defense is doing a great job. They've held them to field goal after field goal after, but we can't even get past midfield. Mm-hmm. So now, there's a level of we're pissed off at one another. We're maybe not pointing fingers, but we're trying to figure out how to get this going. But the opposing defense has kind of set the tone for the game, and we can't get right just yet. And if you don't have, an ability to adapt or adjust or figure out where they're blitzing from and pick it up. And then Marshy mentioned it, like having a big play. Like you make a big play downfield, that kind of gives you some room to breathe for a minute. Like, okay, all right.
We're going to be okay.
We're fine. We got a big play. Now we know we can at least stretch the field a little bit, whether it's a big run or a big pass. But when you can't get any of that going, that defense kind of takes the air out of the game. And that might be what is boring to some people. Mm-hmm. But a defense that is constantly putting pressure on an offense is a beautiful. It's like poetry. Mm-hmm. It's a beautiful thing to watch.
Yeah. It's like what it's like watching a snake suffocate its prey.
Yeah.
Like there's nothing there's nothing you can do. You can't get out of it.
Then I'm gonna just eat you.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Whole, by the way.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You gotta be
body.
You gotta be a honey badger in that situation. Those Patriots weren't honey badgers last night.
No, they could use the honey badger.
They could.
Yeah. Although
he didn't play
offense. So yeah. I was trying to connect the two. You see where I was going with it. It was a miss.
Orlando. Pace.
Yeah.
They could have used him for sure.
Yeah, they absolutely could have, yeah. Hey, this Friday morning, help Heat St. Louis during the 26th annual Hardee's Rise and Shine fundraiser. Stop by any participating Hardee's in the bi-state area this Friday morning and grab a sausage biscuit or an egg biscuit for just $1. 100% of the proceeds of all funds collected will help heat up St. Louis, supporting people in need in both Missouri and Illinois. That's this Friday morning at any participating Hardee's. You can find out more at 101ESPN.com. The Patriots were certainly benefactors of one thing throughout the course of the season, and a lot of people were fighting against it, including our very own Jamie Rivers. Well, it's time for Jamie to admit it.
Admit what?
You'll find out next on 101 ESPN.
101 ESPN Sports Center.
I'm Andrew Marsh. It's time for a Sports Center update brought to you by Saliga Heating and Cooling. Just get choked up talking about the Super Bowl. Super Bowl 60 goes to the Seattle Seahawks. They defeat the New England Patriots last night by a final score of 29-13. We'll continue talking about the Super Bowl coming up next right here in the Fast Lane. I'm Andrew Marsh, and the Sports Center update is brought to you by Saliga Heating and Cooling, a Daikin heating and air conditioning dealer.
It's Fast Lane on 101 ESPN with Andrew Marsh, Carey Davis, and Jamie Rivers. I'm Anthony Stalter. Well, one of the things the Patriot fans were so upset about leading up to the Super Bowl was how national media members kept bringing up the fact that they had the softest schedule, and Patriot fans kept fighting back about how, well, so what? They earned it. They got their opportunity. Deal with it. Okay, yeah, no problem. You had a soft schedule. Mm-hmm. There's no way of getting around that. Nah. You had a soft schedule. You benefited from the soft schedule. No knock on you at all.
Yep.
Other teams. It's not like they're the first team ever to reach the playoffs having a soft schedule.
Yeah.
But typically these things work themselves out before you get to the Super Bowl.
Correct.
Typically you find you lose a home game in the playoffs because, again, you just kind of benefited from having a soft schedule or playing in a weak division. But all of the advantages still kept coming the Patriots' way even after the regular season. Drake May did not play well throughout the playoffs, period.
Yeah.
It wasn't all on him. We broke down last half hour how the offensive line got him destroyed. But he hadn't played well. And he benefited, as the Patriots did, they benefited from facing the Chargers, a C.J. Stroud-led Texans team, and the Broncos without their quarterback. Yeah. They did, period. And last night did not surprise me at all because Seattle, who played in the toughest division in football, had the hardest schedule, and had the better team, dominated.
Correct. When I looked at this, I saw a tweet that was kind of mind-blowing, and I was like, this can't be true. So I went back and did my own research. And so the Patriots, 14-3, very commendable. I mean, the outstanding record, first in the AFC East. You played stellar all season long. But I went and looked at this, and 8 of their wins came versus teams who had to fire their coach and hire a new coach this offseason. Like, that's 8 wins. 2 of those wins came against the Jets. We don't have to explain that. That's we're at 10 now.
Jets.
It's the Jets.
Yeah.
Another win came against Joe Burrow and Jamar, against the Bengals without Joe Burrow and Jamar Chase. This is after Jamar Chase spit in Jalen Ramsey's face, so he was suspended for a game. So you got that's 11 wins there. And then the final 3 wins came against the NFC South. Again, no explanation needed, right? I mean, the NFC South, they got football teams,
I was told that division's going to be a top 4 division next year.
I mean, it ain't a lot of divisions there.
Things change, Box.
Yeah, maybe not. But that's your 14 wins. 8 versus teams that had fired their coaches. Another 3 versus the NFC South, which was not probably the worst division in football. And 2 of those wins against the New York Jets, which the worst team or one of the worst teams in football. Mm-hmm. And then you talked about it, the path through the playoffs. Probably the easiest path you could find and this is no knock against the Patriots. Like I'm not going to disparage the Patriots and say, oh, you played the teams that are on your schedule.
Yeah, they won games.
And you made it to the Super Bowl. It was an outstanding job by Mike Vrabel in his first year there. It was an outstanding job by Drake May being a second-year quarterback, finishing second in MVP voting. Like, outstanding across the board. But when you really break it down and look at why they looked so overmatched last night, it's because of this. Mm-hmm. Because they really hadn't faced any real challenges, even in the playoffs. You go to Los Angeles to play the Chargers. They are the walking wounded offensively. Like, their offensive line is
every
wounded.
team has injuries, Carey.
Nah, every team doesn't have 2 starting
Patriots had injuries too. Okay.
Tackles. 2 of the best players on their team out.
That's your opinion.
And then you go play the Houston Texans, who, if C.J. Stroud just if they just handed the ball off the entire game, they probably win.
If because he would have had to hold the ball.
Well, no, he didn't have a problem handing it off, catching it.
He had a problem
holding on to it and trying to throw it.
They snapped it 3 times and it went right through his hands.
Well, that
was against Pittsburgh.
Yeah, that was Pittsburgh.
Oh, sorry, my bad.
Yeah, that was the game before.
If he had half the amount of turnovers that he did,
they win.
Yeah.
Oh gosh.
And then you play the Denver Broncos in Denver in a snowstorm with their backup quarterback.
Yep.
So you had everything going in your direction. It was outstanding what they did. But when you break it down and look at the wins that they had, I think it's going to be difficult for them to repeat the success that they had this season to try to do it again. You're going to be playing a first-place schedule. You're going to be playing teams that are better, supposed to be, hopefully. We'll see. You still got the Jets twice a year, so you got that going for you. The Dolphins, you got that going for you. I don't know what they're going to look like, but that could be 3 to 4 wins right there.
There you go.
You're in a good place, but I just think that the schedule finally caught up to them last night. I mean, it's kind of, I told Anthony this about the Kansas City Chiefs this last year. Anthony was high on the Chiefs. He was high when he said that.
When I said that.
And I told him, man, the Chiefs ain't been good all year.
You did say that.
And I said, whatever,
Eagles
dude.
are going to steamroll them.
They did.
And they definitely did. So, sometimes you fall into a place where your team and your schedule is everything falls for you. Last night was just a tough matchup for them. I'm sorry, Jamie.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
I love how you cherry pick certain
Bet you feel
teams.
that way.
We got the Jets twice.
I think all the teams on the damn
Every
schedule.
division has the Jets.
No.
Your division has the Browns. The AFC South has the Titans, and the Raiders were terrible. So, I mean, if we're going to do this, let's not just cherry pick the bottom teams, okay?
Yeah, we're cherry picking the teams that they.
And the Dolphins had 7 wins.
Yeah, and they fired their
The Bengals
coach.
had 6.
8 of the teams
Chiefs had 6.
8 of the wins had to
That's a
get
hell
new
of an opponent,
coaches.
Carey.
Jamie,
You've lost credibility.
whatever, dude.
With all that being said, and we can agree that the Patriots were not good last night, what does that say about the state of the AFC right now?
I think that this was just one of those years where even the Patriots, they didn't have to get through Josh Allen.
Right.
To reach the Super Bowl. They didn't even have to go through Josh Allen to reach the AFC Championship game. So I think it just says that this was a down year for some of the top teams in the AFC, and the Patriots are the biggest benefactors of that. Now, again, like Carey said, you won 14 games. You reached the Super Bowl. Obviously, you're good enough to get to that point. But in a normal year, you play this thing out 9 out of 10 times. Mm-hmm. The Patriots probably get knocked out at some of these at any point before the Super Bowl.
But not this year.
Not
last night.
No. And Marsh, part of the problem, and I appreciate you admitting this, part of the problem was you.
What?
You wanted Denver out. You could not watch Denver anymore. You didn't like Bo Nix. You didn't like the Broncos.
No.
I think
you can tell everybody what I said in the break.
You said you deserved last night because
I didn't say that.
You've been wishing Denver out for all this time, and they got knocked out. So you got your Patriots in, and then we got last night.
2 things. One, they're not my Patriots, so don't. They're Jamie's Patriots.
Marshy wants on board. It's fine.
They're
Marshy.
not my Patriots.
Hey, there's lots of room on board.
I don't want to be in that room. Second thing.
You don't like winning?
I said Bo Nix's Broncos, right? With Bo Nix as the quarterback. If Jarrett Stidham was the quarterback in that game last night, I would have turned it off.
Why?
Oh, my gosh, it probably would have been even worse.
It's probably been 45-10.
Maybe.
Probably.
For what?
Jarrett Stidham.
If Jarrett Stidham was playing last night.
Yeah,
No knock on him.
No, he's
I give credit
NFL
to
player.
all players that make it to the professional ranks. It's a hard task.
Certainly is.
Yeah.
But yeah, I when I think about it, I'm like, maybe I was a little too hard on those Broncos.
I think so.
After watching last night's game, in hindsight's 2020, but I think I would have preferred Bo Nix at the helm as the Broncos took on the Seahawks.
Sure.
I think that's where I'm at right now. But again, hindsight's 2020.
Either way. I think, now that
Good
we
job
crapped,
by the Patriots, man.
I think now that we crapped on the Patriots, let's state this. Drake May is going to learn from this. Like, Drake May is a really good QB.
do, yeah.
In 10 years, hell, even 5 years, if he looks back, he's going to look at this moment and be like, yeah, I would have done things differently from what I know now. but there's no replacement for experience.
Will Campbell is going to be a better player too. Like
Especially when he
again,
moves to guard.
Well, maybe. Listen, I don't think that that's a bad thing for him. But if he stays at left tackle, I think he will learn from. He got his butt kicked last night. Mm-hmm. There's no way around it. Like there's nothing. But he wasn't the only one. But he got his butt kicked. But he'll be a better player. He might be. I was telling Marsh, he might be a future Hall of Famer. But sometimes you play against guys, especially when you're younger, and don't really know like angles and the ins and outs. Like you're learning on the fly. I think he'll be a really good player.
Yeah, I do too.
But last night was rough.
Mm-hmm.
Get knocked down,
but I get up again. And I get knocked down. Limp Bizkit.
Oh, wow.
Red Hot Chili Peppers.
Whoa, no. Don't put that on them. No.
Stone Temple Pilots.
No.
Damn it.
I can't even.
Am I close?
No.
All right, give me a letter.
Chubbawamba.
Who?
Yes.
I've never even heard of them.
It's certainly not
a real person.
Limp Bizkit.
Limp Bizkit, man.
The Red Hot Chili Peppers.
That wasn't close.
No.
Oh, hell.
Mm-mm.
I was.
No, that's tough, man.
I felt very good about that one, too.
Oh, don't say that.
I get knocked down.
You know what it's called?
But I get up again.
No,
I get knocked down, but I get up again.
Yeah, no.
What is it called?
Tub thumping.
What the hell? I wouldn't know that. Who knows that? Chumbawamba?
That's rough, guys. That's rough.
Not real. That's not a real group.
Well,
they're not real people.
All right. Marsh, after watching last night's Super Bowl, he decided that we might be a little too harsh on Major League Baseball.
What?
Yeah. So we'll find out what Marsh is thinking on that next on 101 ESPN. Well, the Olympics are going on right now, and Mosby Building Arts is proud to support the Winter Olympics this year. It's fun having the games on, feeling like everyone's watching, the same thing. Some of you may have hosted a party last night. Some of you might be having gatherings coming up when it comes to the Olympics, and a lot of people enjoy doing that. How does your space feel at home? Does it feel cramped? Is it tight? Do you look around sometimes like, man, we're not maximizing our space at all, whether it's the family room or, as you know, throughout the holidays, when it comes to hosting gatherings and parties and things like that, a lot of people end up in the kitchen. Is your kitchen too small? Mosby Building Arts, they do such a great job of coming in and designing a space that's perfect for you, what you want to do, whether it's events or however you want to treat your home. And they can maximize the space that you already have. They don't even have to add anything. They could just maximize it. But whether it's your kitchen, whether it's your family room, whether it's a master bath or maybe a basement that you want to redo, call Mosby Building Arts. They do a fantastic job of giving you the team behind your design work. If you want to work hand in hand with them to say, hey, this is what I'm looking for, but I need somebody to put it all together, call Mosby. If you want somebody to just do that for you, say, I want a completely new, updated, fresh kitchen, Mosby can handle that on their own with very little input from you. It's completely up to you. But the bottom line is when you call them, tell them Stalter sent you from 101 ESPN. You can also visit them, callmosby.com, schedule that free brainstorming session with them and get you on your way to a remodeled home. Mosby Building Arts, the right remodeling company. It's Fastlane on 101 ESPN. Andrew Marsh, Carey Davis, Jamie Rivers, Anthony Stalter. So, Marsh, I know you had the thought of, after watching last night's Super Bowl, and you were not pleased with that. It wasn't a very entertaining game from a big picture standpoint. You thought maybe we've been a bit too harsh on Major League Baseball.
Yeah, I think so, Anthony. You know, we always talk about, well, we know who's going to be in the World Series. It's going to be the Dodgers versus whoever wins the American League. You know, and looking back at the last two Super Bowls, they really haven't been entertaining. But going back, the last two World Series, I'd say, have been fairly entertaining. You know, the Yankees-Dodgers, that did not end up going the distance, but there were moments throughout that entire series that was very entertaining. You had Freddie Freeman hitting a grand slam, a walk-off grand slam. You had some tight games. Even Game 5, you saw the Dodgers come back and beat the Yankees. So I thought that was an entertaining series, you know, for the amount of games that they played. And then last year, of course, Blue Jays, Dodgers, I mean, that was an all-time World Series, and I don't think anybody can dispute that. So while we say, we don't want to watch the Dodgers in the World Series, you know, all these teams that are paying money and whatnot, and I understand that, but at the end of the day, the last two World Series have been vastly more entertaining than what we've witnessed in the Super Bowl.
Yeah, I totally agree with you, Marshy, but here's what we're up against when we compare those two. One game against the series.
For sure.
Because
Totally
if
get
we
that.
had one game, let's say we pick one of the blowout games.
Yep.
Dodgers blow at the Blue Jays. That's your Super Bowl. Like, it's one game, right? It could be encompassed in one game. You're like, ugh, that was unsatisfying.
Yeah.
But then the story or the series becomes way more compelling when there's some back and forth and the Blue Jays put together a couple wins, and all of a sudden you get to a Game 7.
For sure.
Which is like the crescendo of like a series. But the Super Bowl, it really has one chance to wow you. And if it's a game like last night or some of the other games we've seen, it just doesn't wow you.
Well, here's the thing. I think if that game is played 10 times, I'm almost confident that the Seahawks win all 10 of them.
Oh, gosh, no. Patriots had it figured out by Game 2. Patriots go 8-2.
He couldn't even get it out for laughing. Yeah.
I was laughing because I felt bad for you guys.
Yeah, no, that makes sense.
Kenneth Walker might have 1,500 yards rushing by the 10th game.
Patriots should figure that crap out in a hurry.
Yeah. I mean, if you're just isolating the last two, Marsh, you're right. Jamie brings up a really good point. It's one game, and you're not guaranteed to get a great game. And we've seen, I mean, for a while, it used to be like Championship Sunday was the only time the games were competitive. The Super Bowl was typically a blowout. I think we have been, I think the Super Bowls have been pretty tight over the last 15 to 20 years. You're gonna get some of those games. It happens.
I think the lead up to the Super Bowl is extremely exciting. Sometimes the games don't always match, you know, what you get from the game, what you expect from the game, but I think the lead up is always fun, and you really don't have a clue. Like, I felt like the Patriots were going to lose that game yesterday, but there was a small part of me, like, I could see a way where, and I thought it would come from Travion Henderson because he's the 5 plays, 4 or 5 touchdowns, over 50 yards. Like, he's the explosive player on that offense. So for me, if he were able to find a way to have one of those big runs, big explosive plays, and you kind of keep him in the game plan, and then Ramondre Stevenson just kind of battery rams you over and over and over again, I could see a way where the Patriots could have made it a better game. Like, if they would have found a way at some point on, you know, one of those first 4 or 5 drives after you held Seattle to a field goal over and over and over again, you probably would have been in that game, and it probably would have shifted. But they just couldn't get it going. So for me, yeah, it may not have been the level that people wanted it to be, but there was always a chance that at some point the Patriots could have got right back into it because you're 12-0. You're like, oh, okay, that's 2 touchdowns. You're in the lead. So I've always felt like the Patriots had, but they couldn't get anything going offensively, and that was their detriment last night.
Yeah, I think the Patriots needed a defensive score or special team score themselves. I mean, they needed to steal one. They needed to tilt
well,
it
they
back
also
in their
needed
favor.
some offensive scores too.
Yeah, well,
maybe block a punt. I think they came close one time to blocking one, which would have changed the game drastically. Like, if you can block a punt, now the game is shifted. You got the ball in their territory. You're knocking on the doorsteps of scoring. That changes the game, but they just couldn't get anything, and that goes back to what Kyle Shanahan said. You know, the Super Bowl defense, when you got a defense that good, offense and special teams, just don't mess it up.
Right.
Get the hell out of the way. Don't turn the ball. And that's what they did. You know what? We can't score touchdowns, but we can kick field goals.
Mm-hmm.
We can get right on the cusp of putting the ball in. We're not going to score, but we'll field goal you to death. And they did that last night, and they won the game because of it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I totally understand the pushback of the whole series versus one game. I'm not going to dispute that. I think I'm looking at it from a matchup standpoint that Major League Baseball, I think we crushed them a little too much because of the whole, well, these guys, they spend so much and they're going to be in the World Series. But while I don't like the Dodgers, don't get me wrong, I do not like the Dodgers. The last 2 World Series that they have been in have been very entertaining. Like, the matchups themselves have been entertaining.
You want to say something there, Carey?
And I'll say it for Carey. I think it is the star factor. I think it's a star factor for me.
Well, good. You'll have an opportunity to watch the Dodgers again in the World Series this year. I think that's fantastic.
Kick your feet up. Enjoy life, Marshy. It's good over here, baby.
I think my biggest problem with
I feel disgusted.
It's terrible. Shower.
I like to be entertained, though. I like to be entertained, and I think Major League Baseball in the last 2 years,
Anthony.
To me, this Super Bowl felt like the Rangers versus Diamondbacks World Series. That's what this Super Bowl was.
Wow.
Mark this day down, Anthony.
How about the regular season?
The regular season?
Yeah, for that.
For the NFL? Nah. I honestly, this regular season was not in my top 10.
Well, it's a little hard to gauge that, right?
Well, when your team's bad, it's tough, right?
What if your team has no shot to make the playoffs?
Yeah.
No shot to make the
Yeah,
playoffs.
0% shot.
What team?
Minnesota Vikings.
Oh, I'm still going to watch.
Because he's a fan.
Because I'm a fan, yeah.
All right.
He's a real
Still gonna
fan.
watch.
They got no shot to make the playoffs. 0%
This upcoming
shot.
season? Is that what you're saying?
No. Yeah, well, yeah. Yeah.
They have zero.
They have 0% chance.
Nobody has zero
The
chance.
Minnesota Vikings have 0% chance to make the playoffs.
Yeah, I'm still going to watch the NFL because
Sure.
I'm invested in other things with football.
Do you do that with baseball?
No, I don't play fantasy baseball.
Okay.
No, I don't do that.
So, kind of the issue I have with Major League Baseball. I hear what you're saying on the World Series. If you want to isolate the World Series, fine. But
Yeah.
I think Major League Baseball has a regular season problem.
They play 162 games, Anthony. We can't. I mean, imagine if baseball played 17 games.
Sure.
Just 17 games, and we'll call it Saturday.
Right.
Every Saturday, we just sat there and we watched one baseball game. Do you think that would be more entertaining for you?
It would. You got 5 games a week, though. You
Yeah.
get to watch your favorite team 5 times.
100%.
5 times a week.
100%.
They got 0 chance to make the playoffs, but you get to watch them. And they're going to get their heads beat in.
Okay.
And they're going to finish 10 games below 500. And you get to watch them 5 days a week. You in?
Anthony, everybody has a chance to win.
What? No,
Yeah, I'm going to watch my favorite team play because I'm invested in my team.
Is it entertaining
development.
to you now?
Is it entertaining? Yeah, because I like the storylines within my own team.
right.
I'm looking at other teams around the league. Am I invested in those storylines? And this year in the NFL,
Well, that's
there
all
was-
in the NFL. I'm talking about baseball.
I know, but I'm talking about the NFL. I'm saying this particular season, I didn't really feel it as much as I have felt it in previous years. And maybe that's because there are teams that are taking over and had good seasons that I'm not accustomed to seeing as of recent. And it made me feel weird because I'm like, is this team actually that good? I don't know. Patriots were kind of one of those teams this year.
Yeah.
And we just had the conversation of them benefiting from an easy schedule. So I'm like,
More times
how many
than not.
teams were actually that good this season? Because that team that had the benefit of an easy schedule were one of the top teams in their conference and also beat other teams. So I'm like, how good were those teams actually? I don't know.
In fairness, Pele Blanco makes a pretty good point. You talk about baseball and X number of teams not having a chance at the start of the season. The Falcons didn't have a chance at the start of the season either. You know that because you're a lifelong Falcons fan. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but that's
You know
different.
what I mean? Nah, it's not.
It is.
Your favorite team at the start of the season
Yeah.
had no chance.
Yeah, but we know
But
that.
you know.
But that's because of their own incompetence, not because the league sets it up that way.
Some of these other teams have the same issue, Anthony. Huh? Don't want to.
Do you know what I mean, though? Like,
you know what I mean?
that's
Huh?
we gave up a first round pick in this year's draft for a guy that
He made a bad decision.
sat in jail with 5 felony charges over the
made a
weekend.
bad
Like
decision.
the Falcons
Really bad
exist
decision.
Falcons were busy on Super Bowl weekend.
again.
Yep.
Night before the Super Bowl,
not
some Falcons
in the
gonna f up. Like that's how it
Bad
goes, right?
decision.
But
It's a bad decision.
yeah, it's
Really bad.
bad human being.
bad.
But that it's not like the league sets it up where there's certain advantages to other teams in the NFL.
I don't know. Some teams ain't trying. Anthony, and some teams are just.
I highly doubt the Patriots
have
fans
a
thought they were going to
shadow,
watch the Super Bowl.
Dark
last
cloud
night.
over their head.
What?
I highly doubt Patriots fans had felt like at the start of the season they were, especially after they lost to the Raiders, that their team was going to be in the Super Bowl.
Yeah, they did.
We talked about it in our chat rooms.
Let me.
We were confident going into week 2
What
that
year
we
is this?
Jamie just went back to like '98.
Early 90s chat room.
AOL AIM.
Talking to random people.
I logged on to AOL Instant Messenger. I was chatting with my guys in New England.
Don't even know these people.
Patriots Love 267 was the group.
Yeah, let me.
Good times, man. Those chat rooms were very interesting.
Speedo fan 6 here. I think that Drake May's going to have a good year.
Oh, my goodness.
Speedo Fan 6. I might just change everything to that now.
Oh.
SpeedoFan6 at gmail.com. No, let me clean this up. Baseball's the best. Major League Baseball, I got no problem.
Hey, Anthony, you better love Major League Baseball because that's the next sport that's up.
Yeah, no, I'm excited.
Are you?
No.
I love the sport.
You love
And
baseball.
I think the league, I do.
on.
And I think the league's there's so much excitement around this year.
What happened
Pirates
to...
might be good.
They just got Ozuna.
Rockies were just eliminated yesterday. You saw the tweet.
Rockies officially eliminated from playoffs.
Now that the Super Bowl is over, just a reminder, baseball season starts. Also, Colorado has been eliminated from postseason contention. No, I'm real excited. I'm fired up.
I miss the Anthony that used to love watching baseball on his little tablet in the middle of the day.
Yeah. Well,
I don't know where that Anthony went.
you know where he went.
Where'd he go?
Major League Baseball. Put a bullet in his head.
Oh, my goodness.
Okay. He's gone, Marsh. He ain't coming back. Until Major League Baseball does something.
That's terrible.
All right, we'll continue to talk about something next on 101 ESPN. 306, your time check is brought to you by Clarkson Jewelers, an officially licensed Rolex jeweler with Andrew Marsh, Carey Davis, and Jamie Rivers. I'm Anthony Stalter. Was the Super Bowl lacking high stakes? So this is what Scott Kazmar, NFL writer on Twitter, said this is probably the Super Bowl with the lowest stakes since 2000, which was the Ravens and Giants. You guys agree with this statement? Was something missing from this Super Bowl? I think the only thing that was really missing, guys, was you just didn't have two teams that were on the same level as each other. I don't think there's anything, for example, I don't think there's anything
let's not act like it was a damn blowout. There was no points really scored until the fourth quarter.
Jamie, the Patriots didn't have a first down
but like we're acting
for 3 hours.
Like this was like a massive blowout.
It was complete domination.
Whatever, dude.
It was a complete domination.
Jamie's
whatever, dude. Me, that's my thing.
Jamie wishes he'd have took the day off if he knew we were going to talk about the Patriots for 2.5 hours.
I like confrontation.
I do know you do. I do know that. When you say no stakes, what does that entail? Because for me, the stakes are you get to cement yourself in NFL history, being a Super Bowl champion. Like, no one can ever take that away from you. That's something that lives with you for the rest of your life. You if you're the Seahawks, you put yourself in position to kind of, I guess, rebound from the Patriots loss that you had some years ago. If you're the Patriots, you have a chance to get 7 Super Bowl championships, most in NFL history. Like, for me, the stakes are that. Like, you get to be a champion or you're not. Mm-hmm. So when they talk, when he's talking about there are no stakes, Scott Kazmar, I would have a rebuttal, and the stakes are you either a champion or you're not, and that's a tag that lasts with you for the rest of your life.
Yeah, I guess it comes down to, like, what storyline are you looking for, right? Like, you had the Sam Darnold aspect of, the Super Bowl. You had and his journey to ultimately becoming a Super Bowl champion. But maybe that doesn't resonate with people as much because he's not one of the top quarterbacks in the league. And then you have Drake May with the Patriots, and people aren't really used to watching the Patriots play in the Super Bowl without Tom Brady. Mm-hmm. So that's kind of like a weird thing. I just wonder, what are we deeming as stakes, right? And we'll use the 2000, since he mentioned the Ravens Super Bowl against the Giants. I don't know what were there any stakes in that game, but like if you look back at other Super Bowls, what were those stakes? So last year the Chiefs had a chance to be the first NFL team to win 3 Super Bowls in a row. I think the stakes are pretty high there, and you have the Eagles who have a chance to basically get revenge on the Chiefs. Mm-hmm. The year before that, San Francisco has a chance to get revenge on the Chiefs. The Chiefs have a chance to go back to back. Those right there, there's stakes in those last 2 Super Bowls. Yeah. You could make an argument that there have been other Super Bowls that the stakes really aren't that high. However, Tom Brady has been a part of a ton of different Super Bowls. So, like, how far are we going back here?
I think. Well, you asked what last night was missing. I thought it was missing 2 things. Now, again, I watched it and I was just fine with it. I thought that's how it would play out, and that it did. But if we are
2 more people for the Patriots on the field,
I mean, that would have helped. Feel like, you know what, 7 offensive linemen, you might have slowed them down a little bit.
Seattle had to take a timeout because they had 10 guys on the field.
I think they would have saved
it. I would have saved the timeout.
Yeah. That's too much.
Yeah.
Okay, guys. I'm writing all this crap down.
Missing 2 things. 1, marquee quarterbacks.
For sure.
Marquee quarterbacks. I mean, you can jump on board of any Super Bowl if it's got 2 marquee quarterbacks. The other thing that was missing was a team that people really rooted against. And I know the Patriots have become somewhat of a villain, but nobody dislikes Drake May. Nobody dislikes Mike Vrabel. Everybody loves Vrabel. Everybody loves Drake May. You hated the previous era of Patriots, and this just isn't. That's not it. Mm-hmm. I mean, even in my bitterness last night rooting against the Patriots, it still lacked that feeling of, the Patriots are finally getting what they deserve.
You felt that a little bit.
Oh, I did, but more for the fans, not for the player. Like, I got nothing against Drake May or Mike Vrabel or any of the Patriots for that matter.
It's definitely the fans.
It's fans.
Yeah. Speedo fan 283.
Speedo fan 6. So I think those two things were lacking. It lacked hype going into it. What? The Chiefs became a villain over the last couple of years. People were rooting against the Chiefs. They wanted to see them fall. You know? They wanted Josh Allen in there to finally end the Chiefs' reign. And who ended the Chiefs' reign? Themselves. They ended it.
The Eagles assisted.
Yeah, no, that's true, too.
They assisted in the death of the Chiefs last year.
But you know what I mean? Like the payoff last year was, okay, finally the Chiefs got it. And then this past season,
For me, I think with all of the injuries, with all of the quarterbacks that were not in the playoffs on the AFC side, that probably leaned towards maybe what you're talking about as far as, or what Scott here is talking about as far as stakes. But for me, I probably do view it differently, because to make it to the Super Bowl is, it's a tough task. Like, you could play your entire career. Stephon Diggs played over 150 games. That was his first time there. Was another player for the Patriots that had played, I think it was the offensive tackle, Moses Morgan, who had played 100-plus games, 150-plus games, first time making it to the Super Bowl. This is not something that is, going to happen every year. And I was listening to Ryan Clark talk about our Super Bowl appearance in 2008. Our teammate Willie Gay basically told him, man, I can't wait to do this next year after we won. Like, yeah, bro, this is rare. This is very rare. So the stakes are for guys that have played their entire career and never played in this game. That's what you dream about as a child, to make it to that level, to have an opportunity to hoist that Lombardi trophy. That's what it's all about. And one team was able to do so, the other team was not. But for me, that's what the stakes are. It's having that opportunity to be a Super Bowl champion and be in the history books for the rest of your life.
Mm-hmm. I think if we look back at the other Super Bowl results, unless you're Jamie, you could say the last time that we've had a Super Bowl that hadn't featured a Hall of Fame quarterback was 2013. And that's when Joe Flacco and the Baltimore Ravens won. Wow. But again, if you're Jamie, you could make an argument that
he's still playing. He's still playing.
You're right. But I think
eligible.
We have been, maybe spoiled's not the right word, but Peyton Manning, Tom Brady, Patrick Mahomes, Matthew Stafford. Like, those are the guys that have been in the Super Bowl like the last 15 years.
Mm-hmm. Nick Foles.
At least one, right? At least one of those guys.
Right. Yeah.
We just didn't have that this year.
Nope. All right. It's fascinating.
On that note, hang on. On that note, what did we think of Sam Darnold's performance?
I thought he really didn't. He wasn't asked to do much. Just don't lose the game, and he didn't. He wasn't.
I thought the same thing.
He wasn't compelling.
I'll tell you what. He had a couple of passes early in the game that I couldn't believe he threw the ball to the receiver, and he nailed it.
Mm-hmm.
Like, the guy's covered. 90% covered.
Yeah, the first
play
of the game to A.J. Barner.
Why the hell's he going with that? Just dropped it perfect right in the basket. I was like, okay.
Yeah.
He had a few passes like that throughout the game that saved his bacon.
That's kind of his career arc, right? Like, he's trying to be a hero biscuit. I got the whole team. We're good. And then he crash. He gets to the point where he's just asked to manage the game, and he plays within himself. He plays well, but toward the end of last year, you started to see the wheels fall off, and he started to revert back to the guy that I got to win it all. Vikings say, all right, we'll just move on from you, no problem. And his season started to go that way. Yeah. J.J. McCarthy?
And the GM.
Oh, the GM, yeah. Cost himself his own job. But this season for Darnold, a lot of the questions started to come about again, and toward the end of the year. Oh, this is the old Sam Darnold.
I thought last night he was expected just to manage the game, and I thought he exceeded what he actually was expected to do.
Sure, yeah. I don't think he played great. He didn't have to.
He was fine.
Yeah.
Didn't ruin it.
He had the better team. Don't lose the game, and he didn't.
Yeah.
All right. What, Marsh?
Nothing.
What's wrong, Andrew?
You look pained.
No, I'm not pained.
What's going on?
What's going on, buddy?
Well, you brought up the Vikings, and obviously people are like, I'm telling you right now, I don't think the Vikings win the Super Bowl with Sam Darnold.
No?
I don't.
Okay.
But you can't tell me they
weren't the better.
You can't tell me they couldn't, based on what we saw this year.
Well, any team could, right?
I'm just saying.
Any team has a
Sam
shot
Darnold
when the
won it with the
season
Seahawks.
starts.
He could have won it with the Vikings.
Well, I think that there's a few things that are different here. I think that you need to have an outstanding defense, and the Vikings have a solid defense, but we've talked about you have to have a good offensive line, and I think you have to have a good running game. The Vikings have literally none of that.
Yeah. No,
there's a
wouldn't
reason
have-
why they lost last year.
Yeah, they wouldn't have had the better overall team.
Absolutely.
I
So
don't-
to say that, well, they made a mistake, and yes, you can say that, but to say that they would have won the Super Bowl with Sam Darnold, I don't know if you can automatically say that.
I'm not saying that. I'm saying.
Well, there are people out there that are saying that. They're like, well, they made a mistake,
No.
blah, blah, blah.
I
And
do
yes,
think they made a
probably did.
mistake. I do think they
Well,
made a
hindsight's
mistake.
2020.
But even in the moment, in real time when it was happening, I thought, that because I've been very honest about the J.J. McCarthy experiment from
sure.
day one.
For sure.
I do think they made a mistake. Do they win the Super Bowl? Probably not, but they probably get to the playoffs again. Like,
For sure.
It's nothing wrong with being a winning franchise year after year. Like, only one team gets to win the Super Bowl.
For sure.
All right, it's Fastlane on 101 ESPN. BK and Ferrario were discussing something earlier today that had us questioning what they were ingesting before the show.
They're geniuses.
That's next on 101 ESPN.
Never said that before.
on the text line from the 618 said, already a top 5 quarterback for Drake May is insane, BK. Let's go through it. Like, who are the guys that you're definitively taking over him right now?
Mahomes.
Okay.
Allen. Jackson.
I'd still take Jackson. I'd still take
Are
Burrow.
you? Why are you taking Lamar over Drake? Genuine question.
He's been an MVP twice. I think Lamar, I get it, this year was terrible for him.
But we're talking about Drake and the questions that we have about him. They're primarily what he does against the best defenses in the NFL, and they're primarily about what he did in the postseason, right?
Yeah, I still
You
think
guys would
Lamar.
agree?
Yeah, I still would take Lamar.
But
I think Lamar has looked, though he's been bad, has still looked better than what
In
Drake
the
did.
postseason?
Yeah.
Completely disagree.
And he's had better weapons in the postseason than Drake May.
Yeah, wildly disagree with that.
All right, so that was BK Ferrario and the T-Bone discussing, well, you heard it, whether or not would Drake May be a top 5 quarterback if you start a franchise tomorrow? And that is the context of the conversation in the league.
What league?
The NFL league.
NFL.
Like the AFC or the AFC East?
No, nope, the entire NFL.
Is he a top 5?
Would you start a team tomorrow
with him?
Would he be among the top 5 players that you would choose?
For the purpose of the exercise, let's do this.
Yeah.
So, if in the AFC East, do we believe him to be the best quarterback in that division?
No.
Okay, game over.
Well, in fairness to those guys, they did say top 5.
Okay, Lamar Jackson.
See, they
Joe Burrow.
They were split on this, but
Joe Burrow.
Yeah, I take Joe Burrow.
Okay. Trevor Lawrence? I'm just asking, argument's sake here.
I'd probably take Drake May.
Okay.
If we're starting
Justin Herbert
tomorrow, I'd take Herbert.
Patrick Mahomes?
Mahomes.
Okay. Jalen Hurts? Just is he yes or no?
It's complicated.
Okay, let's go to the Cowboys and Dak. Would you take Dak
Not
over?
to start a franchise, no.
Okay.
I think Dak is one of the best quarterbacks in the league.
Okay, but to start a franchise.
Carey's leaving. Is that all it took?
Hey, listen, man.
Wait, which part was it that made you leave?
All of it.
So we can remember that for next time.
Dak.
Okay, but he's 32. We're starting a franchise.
For sure.
Starting a franchise.
Let's assume
today, there's no
let's assume
question.
they're all the same
it's
age.
Dak Prescott.
No, but that's part of the conversation. Part of the conversation.
Okay.
So if you're starting a
Do I think
franchise,
Dak Prescott's a better quarterback than Drake May? Absolutely. He's 32. If I'm starting a franchise, I'm going with the younger. I got 10 more years with Drake May.
with all due respect, if we're starting a franchise today,
Yeah.
Josh Allen, Joe Burrow, Lamar Jackson, Justin Herbert,
Yes.
Jaden Daniels probably.
Okay.
Oh, Carey. Tiptoe.
I'm not tiptoeing.
Tiptoe.
I won't tiptoe.
You should.
Who else am I looking at?
We just got started. What about
Jordan Love?
Caleb Williams. Caden Love.
Caleb Williams, Jordan Love.
You think they're better than Drake May?
I would probably take them over him. If we're starting today.
I'd probably go Caleb Williams.
Not Jordan Love?
I don't know.
Okay.
I think Drake. I think what is how many years now for Love? I don't mean like overall
sixth year.
as a starter. He's been
It's his third year
starting.
So it's about his 5th year in the league, I believe.
Okay. I think Drake May. I think there's a chance that Drake May is a better quarterback after 5 years than Jordan Love is. But
I think Drake May had an outstanding season. I do, and I mean that wholeheartedly. There's no way in hell I'm taking him over Josh Allen.
No.
Lamar Jackson.
No.
Joe Burrow. Justin Herbert, who I'm not even. You love Justin, and I'm just like, cool. And the way that Trevor Lawrence performed this year.
We didn't even mention Pat Mahomes.
Patrick
I wrote him down.
Mahomes,
that's a given.
Yeah.
Like, come on, man.
All right. So based on the list that we have that we've kind of just tossed around, Josh Allen, Lamar Jackson, Joe Burrow, Patrick Mahomes, Justin Herbert, and Caleb Williams. That's 6 that we would pick ahead of Drake May. So then the rest of it, you can split hairs with Jaden Daniels, Jalen Hurts, and all these things there. But he's not a top 5.
People hate Justin. People hate Jalen Hurts, and I don't understand.
That's just
it.
his teammates.
Maybe, probably. But people hate Jalen Hurts. But Jalen Hurts has done essentially the same thing that Drake May has done. They both finished second in the MVP. They both have played in the Super Bowl and lost. Oh, Jalen Hurts went back and won the next one. Like, the thought that and Jalen Hurts is on his 6th offensive coordinator. Like, I wish people would really take that into consideration. I know
Is that because of him or them?
No, it's because of the success that they've had.
I'm hearing a little bit of both.
And well, okay, so it can't. I find it hard to be both when 2 of the times that your offensive coordinator has left because you had such great seasons. He finished second in MVP voting, and the other time they won the Super Bowl. That's 2 of the reasons why they left.
The other years, there's people talking about how he's not easy to work with. He doesn't want to adjust to. He's got a certain thing that, like.
But if
that's why in part why they've had trouble finding an OC in the offseason.
If I can make it to a Super Bowl with 2 people, and then the following 2 years, those 2 guys are fired afterwards. Does that say more about me, or does that say more about the gentlemen that came in and were unable to get us back to the Super Bowl? Because if a coordinator is able to get you to the Super Bowl, that means he does listen and he does do what is asked of him if it makes sense. And Anthony knows this because we've talked about it. I played for coaches that I'm like, dude, you don't know what the hell you're talking about. Like, I literally sat in the meeting like, oh my God, you're gonna get somebody killed. You're gonna get someone hurt with the philosophy that you have. We're not blocking who? Okay, yeah. And I looked at the quarterback and I'm like, you cool with that? Because that's your ass. If you cool with it, I'm cool with it. Whatever you say, bro. So the fact that we just, put this crowning on coaches that seem, he got an offense, that doesn't mean he knows exactly what he's doing. And that also doesn't mean he knows how to get the best or the most out of his players.
It also doesn't mean he's easy to work with.
But if I'm able to, so I would be okay with that philosophy if he didn't make it to the Super Bowl 2 times.
Yeah, lots of a-holes have made it to the Super Bowl, Carey.
But I was second in MVP voting. I've made it to the Super Bowl twice, and then you're telling me 2 other people lost their jobs because I'm not easy to work with. Maybe I understand the standard that is required to make it to the Super Bowl, and maybe that coach is not up to that standard.
I understand what you're saying, but I've also played with Hall of Fame players that were a-holes and were not easy to deal with. And people lost their jobs because they were uncoachable, didn't want to bend. But then there are other people that had tremendous success with them.
So who is it on? Is it on the player or is it on the coach?
I think it's 50-50. I think it depends on the situation.
If I'm the coach and this is the player that's making $40 million a year, and we're going to figure it out, and I know you have Super Bowl capability to lead this team to we're going to figure out the best. You're going to have to give.
Hasn't been good for the last 2 years.
I'm going to have to give. They won the Super Bowl last year.
Yeah, I wouldn't say their offense was great.
Saquon Barkley was outstanding, and so was Jalen Hurts.
Okay. I don't think Jalen Hurts was outstanding.
I think Jalen Hurts did exactly what was required.
I think he handed the ball off properly to Saquon Barkley.
Man. Nah.
Brock Purdy is in
right
this
in the
conversation.
Basket, as they say, Carey. That's what they call that, the basket.
They do.
Yeah, I think Brock Purdy is similar to what Jamie said. Like, after you get past the first 5 or 6 guys, then you you're talking about preferences and all that. I mean, for me, when it comes to like Jalen Hurts, if we put Jalen Hurts on the Cowboys, are the results different
for the Cowboys?
Yeah.
In terms of better,
are they a better team? Are they a better team?
I think Dak Prescott is a really, really good quarterback.
I agree.
So, do I think Dak is better than Jalen Hurts? Probably a hair better. Mm-hmm. I think if you put Dak on the Philadelphia Eagles, they win.
That's a Super Bowl team.
There you go.
Yeah.
So
I think put Dak on a couple of teams around the league,
which is what I think. This is where I think some of the criticisms, or at least the questions, come from with Jalen Hurts. If you put him on, the Cowboys, and you put Dak Prescott on the Eagles, nobody hesitated here. We said, Super Bowl team.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. You put Jalen Hurts on the Cowboys, are they better? Probably not.
Probably not.
You put Mahomes on the Cowboys, are they better?
Yeah.
Probably.
Yeah.
So I think that's where the conversation
there are levels
goes.
to who's playing quarterback.
Well, let's do this then with Lamar Jackson and Drake May, because that's sort of the the audio piece that we started reacting to. You know, if you put Drake May on the Ravens and you flip them, what do you think the outcome is?
The Patriots probably won the Super Bowl last night.
You mean the Ravens do?
No, the Patriots with
Patriots
Lamar Jackson.
probably win the Super Bowl last
gotcha.
night.
He goes to New England.
He's in New England.
I still think he probably the offense doesn't struggle to that level. There's no way.
I think that Lamar finds a way to make something. Lamar is an exceptional talent. And I think he finds a way to make something spectacular happen with his legs because he's getting the hell blitzed out of him. And then when you blitz and there's nobody there to cover, to run, to tackle, the Seahawks are going to say, "Oh, we can't. We if we going to blitz, we got to get home. If not, he's going to rush for 150 yards." So that's why I think that it's a difference.
Yeah,
and the announcers were saying it yesterday. Drake May at some point needs to take off, like run, use your legs, utilize what you're capable of doing.
He was frozen,
and he didn't do it. He did it a couple of times, but not to the tune that he needed to kind of get the Seahawks from pressuring him that much.
All right, moving on. What's trending is next. Marsh's got some topics for you here on 101 ESPN.
101 ESPN Sports Center.
I'm Andrew Marsh. It's time for a Sports Center update brought to you by Saliga Heating and Cooling. The Seattle Seahawks defeat the New England Patriots 29-13 in Super Bowl 60. We've been talking about the NFL all day long. If you have missed any of those conversations, make sure you go to 101ESPN.com or check out the free Dobbs Tire and Auto Center's 101 ESPN mobile app. Just head to the podcast page and you will find all of our shows there, and it's all brought to you by the Schaefer Door Company. We have What's Trending coming up next. I'm Andrew Marsh, and the Sports Center update is brought to you by Saliga Heating and Cooling, a Daikin heating and air conditioning dealer.
What are the hot topics in the sports world?
What in the wide, wide world of sports is going on here?
Here's What's Trending.
Welcome back to the Fast Lane here on 101 ESPN with Anthony Stalter, Jamie Rivers, and Carey Davis. I'm Andrew Marsh, and it's time for What's Trending. Gentlemen, let's take a break from the NFL and turn to the Winter Olympics. The United States and Canada, they get things going on Thursday. Canada will take on the Czechs, and the United States, my goodness, are they playing absolutely nobody in the first three games. They take on Latvia, then they go up against Denmark, and then Germany. At least we'll see Leon Draisaitl in one of those games. But what is your expectations for this Winter Olympics? Who do you see coming out on top and winning gold for men's hockey?
Oh, boy.
Unbiased, Jamie. Your unbiased take.
Well, of course I'm unbiased, but I do think it'll be Canada-USA in the final. I mean, how can it... I mean, the Swedish team has an outside chance, and Finland always plays a tight defensive game where if they get saves, they keep you not scoring, they pop one lucky one, and they can win. But that's it. Like, it's a four-horse race. And everybody, I'm just telling you right now, every country is lucky that Russia is not allowed to participate. Yeah. Their team would have been stacked. Maybe one of the greatest Russian teams ever assembled, and that's saying a lot. And they're unable to participate. I'm not getting into that crap with people here online, but it is what it is. So that being said, I think you got to look at the four nations all over again. I think it's Canada, USA. Yeah, we'll see how it plays out. These tournaments, it all comes down to what team can gel the quickest and what team can produce lines that have chemistry and what team has superstar players that are willing to accept roles that maybe aren't familiar to them. Which is why Bill Guerin and Doug Armstrong in particular chose players for certain roles, not always the most talented player available.
Not looking for the most talented players, Anthony. They're looking for the right ones.
Absolutely.
Huh.
I don't know where I've heard that before, but that's what they're going by.
Are you sad that USA is not taking on Canada in any of these preliminary games?
No.
Okay.
I want the heavyweight championship at the end of it all.
I wonder, and I say that because with the Four Nations, there was round one, and then they played again. And then we saw something similar. What was it? The 2010 games in Vancouver. Those two teams played each other twice. And then obviously Canada got the best of the United States once again in the second game. I don't know, man. They're playing Latvia, Denmark, and Germany.
Well, that's the U.S. team.
Right.
Canada's got Czech. What's their schedule?
So Canada, they take on the Czechs. They play Switzerland, which is...
That's a sleeper, always.
And then France.
Oh, boy. That's a blood donor game. So neither team, like the Czech team is going to be probably the strongest team of all six. That's including the U.S. teams, too. But this is the way it is. This is why they do this, is because the Olympic Committee knows that the two big dogs are Canada, USA in this year's Olympics. So they're going to let them have these warm-up games, we'll call them, so they can ramp up, so that when they get to the medal round, they should be playing their best hockey at that point, and then both teams should meet in the final. Now, Sweden and Finland are going to have something to say about that.
There you go.
Who do you guys have winning? Be honest with me.
Oh, America.
USA.
USA. USA. USA. Jamie, I don't think I heard you. I saw your lips moving, but I didn't hear you.
I think Mark should turn my mic.
No, it's actually on.
It was on.
Yeah,
I didn't hear you either.
I was doing it. You can see on YouTube.
I saw your lips moving, but I didn't actually hear anything coming.
I didn't either.
I didn't hear anything coming out.
Weird.
That's on you.
Huh. Is it?
Yeah, I mean, I can't help what you hear. We say that all the time.
What?
Are you just jealous because you don't have like a chant that you can say? Like, does Canada have a chant as cool as USA? USA.
Yeah, it's we are the champions.
No.
Wow.
Is that too obvious? What? No? What? I'm sorry, pardon?
Yeah, Jamie, that...
Too real?
I guess, yeah.
Too honest?
But you know what? You've had a rough
No, you're right.
day,
USA.
so.
USA.
He's gotta
don't
win
you
something.
dare.
He's got to win something, right?
Yeah, he does. Yeah.
Okay.
Yesterday was
let's
tough.
give him a win.
Yesterday was
Poor
tough.
guy needs it.
Yesterday was tough.
You know, we look at the
tough.
schedules. You know, if Canada makes it to the gold medal game,
Look at that U.S. schedule.
One of the
Just like the
easiest
Patriots.
schedules.
Now you get it.
Yeah.
Now you done it. Now you done it.
Shut your face.
All right. It's Fast on 101 ESPN. Hey, you can join Alex Ferrario and Michelob Ultra this Saturday from 1:30 to 3:30 at Ballpark Village for FanDuel Sports Live. Cheer on Team USA, speaking of which, during the Winter Games, and get signed up for your chance to win a signed USA men's hockey jersey. Plus, we're sampling some Mick Ultra, giving away some Team USA items. There will be awesome Mick Ultra specials available as well. It's all happening this Saturday from 1:30 to 3:30 with Mick Ultra and 101 ESPN's Alex Ferrario at FanDuel Sports Live inside Ballpark Village. You can find all the details now at 101ESPN.com. First pitchers and catchers report tomorrow. First position players report in 6 days. First spring training games start in 11 days. World Baseball Classic is in 23 days. And then you got opening night between the Yankees and Giants in 44 days, with opening day overall in 45 days. So what is the goal for the Cardinals this upcoming season? That's next on 101 ESPN. Fastlane on 101 ESPN. All right, so I read off some of these stats, we'll call them, for the Cardinals and for Major League Baseball. We have tomorrow to wait for pitchers and catchers to report. That's the first pitchers and catchers reporting tomorrow. First position players reporting in 6 days. First spring training game, 11 days.
Let's go.
World Baseball Classic in 23 days. Opening night between the Yankees and Giants, 44 days. And opening day around Major League Baseball, 45 days. So, as we turn our sights to baseball, when you're going to watch the Cardinals this year, what ultimately will be the goal for said Cardinals, besides winning as many games as possible, even in a rebuild?
I want to see the young players become core players.
Ooh, I like that one a lot.
Yeah.
Sign me up.
Yeah. I mean, Mason Wynn, Victor Scott, Jordan Walker, hopefully Nolan Gorman, J.J. Weatherholt, like Ivan Herrera. All these guys, I want them to become like, okay, this is the foundation of what we're building. Like, I can see it now. If I start seeing those guys, listen, there'll be bumps in the road.
What?
That's what happens with young players in any sport. There's bumps in the road.
I don't like that.
I think if the overall trajectory is trending upward throughout the season, then, I for lack of better words, I'll be excited about that.
Yeah, I like that answer a lot. Carey, beat that.
I don't know that I can. I agree with Jamie. I'll be watching to see the same thing. Watch the young players kind of grow and learn. Again, like he said, there will be bumps in the road, but I think there will be a level of excitement that hasn't been with Cardinals baseball for a number of years now. Other than, when Albert came back, that was exciting. The first half, you're like, oh, God. Then the second half, you're like, oh, God. Like, you were really excited about what he was doing, and it became a tremendous year. It didn't end well, but it was a great season in 2022. But since then, you've kind of just been watching guys that you didn't think were going to be a part of the future for the Cardinals, guys that you may not have really known, and you're watching them like, why is this guy here? No offense to any of those guys, but you didn't think that they were part of the core of the future of this team. So I think right now you're trending in a direction where a lot of the guys that will be on the opening day roster are expected to be here for a number of years, and they are expected to be part of the future, and they are expected to be part of the core, and I think you can get excited about that.
For me, 2 things. Find your identity. What is your identity? When you do win baseball games, what does that look like? And when you lose baseball games, what does that look like? Why are you losing these games?
Sound like me.
Exactly. I knew you'd like that one. The second one, and you're going to love this one, can you identify your next 1-2 punch in your rotation? You don't necessarily need to see them become a 1-2 punch this year, but can you identify that guy is going to be something in our rotation in the future? We can see him projecting as either a 1 or a 2. I think the Cardinals have a lot of 3, 4, 5 guys. Can they identify a 1-2?
Yeah.
Not just the Cardinals 1-2, but for a majority of baseball, can those guys ultimately, as their career progresses, be a 1-2 guy?
Yeah, I like that one as well. Jamie, I thought your answer was absolutely perfect. If I give a less perfect answer, it'd be similar to Marsh's. What does the starting rotation look like?
Man. My God. Did you mean to do that?
That was...
Yours was perfect. Marsh's was less perfect.
He didn't even mention mine, so mine, like...
Carey's not even on the podium.
They hadn't even... Jeez.
I catered both of my answers to Anthony. And he crapped all over him.
Well, I heard a perfect response.
You should have went last. Jamie. You should have went last.
If your young players become the core players.
I mean, come on. It's short, it's sweet, it was effective. It's perfect.
To the point.
Yeah. Wish I came up with it. But since I didn't, I will give a less perfect, yet still great response. How about that? Is that all right?
That's fine.
Okay. Carey, you were there too.
The hell? I am here. Thank you.
That's what he said.
Thank you, Jamie.
Crapping all over. What is he doing?
I want to see the makings of a rotation, like the next great rotation. I feel like when young rotations come about in Major League Baseball, there was a year or two before that where you're like, oh, okay, I can see it. It's on the horizon, right? It's coming. Matthew Liberatore, is he a top of the rotation arm, Or is he somebody that, you know what, he's going to make a great 3, and then Liam Doyle is going to be your ace and whoever, right? Andre Palante, I think, and no knock on Palante, you need to upgrade over Andre Palante.
He's got to have a really good spring training.
It shouldn't be that hard, right? Dustin May, I know exactly why he's here. He's a bridge to these other young guys, and maybe he pitches very well in the first half, and you look to trade him at the trade deadline. I know some people think, well, why don't you just sign him? Okay. To me, I think you parlay any success he has into a trade. Michael McGreevy, what does he top out as? And then you got guys like Kyle Leahy. We'll see. We'll see if he can be a starter. I don't think 3/5 I don't think that's 3/5 of your starting rotation in the future. I think some of these young guys are going to get a cup of coffee throughout the year, and I am very interested to see what that looks like. But I want to see, by the end of the year, the makings of the next great young rotation for the Cardinals.
By the way,
BTW.
You walked out of the office. We found that other guy that we were talking about.
Oh, yeah. So it's Dakota Hudson and
Jake Woodford.
I kept thinking Jake, and I knew this wasn't right because this was a veteran player that they got from Cleveland way back. I kept thinking Jake Westbrook.
Yeah.
And I'm like, it's Jake something.
Do you want to give context to our listeners?
So we were talking, Marsh had read off a tweet from somebody that was kind of breaking down the Cardinals and how they kind of fell apart. And at one point, Marsh, you brought up, well, the pitching. Has this team really developed pitching? And I asked, well, give me a time frame. And you said, what, 15 years? Last 15 years? So the pieces that I threw out, Michael Walker, you developed, he got hurt. Jack Flaherty, you developed, he got hurt. Carlos Martinez, you developed, short run, off-field stuff, fell apart.
Alex Reyes,
injuries, got hurt. Yeah. So those are really the players that you developed. Now, had you hung on to, and this is hindsight, had you hung on to Sandy Alcantara and Zach Gallen, maybe you're looking at a rotation of Alcantara and Gallen and Flaherty and a healthy Walker who's like your ace at that point, right? Because he developed into that guy. All hindsight, of course, but those are the pitchers you developed. Where you really missed is on the same pitcher, which was Dakota Hudson and Jake Woodford. Yeah. Very similar guys. Soft tossing guys that you were hoping developed into not aces, but steady starters for you, and you just flat out missed. And I think the Cardinals, there's other guys within that that like that was like the poster child for the Cardinals misses and pitchers over the last 10 years or so. Those two guys. It's like the same soft tossing, hey, we'll pitch to contact guys that never panned out. But I do think that you had some pieces there that you developed and either traded them away or they just couldn't stay healthy.
And I think my point to that whole conversation was when we talk about, well, the Cardinals need to get back to developing pitching, those guys, some of the guys that you mentioned, I'm like, all right, well, they didn't really work out, but like there's really not that many of them over the last 15 years. But if we go before that, who did they develop where you're like, oh, yeah, that's the guy? Like Chris Carpenter came from a different organization.
Yeah.
He was your dude. Mm-hmm. Who are you talking about, like the Kyle Loesch's and the Jaime Garcia, like those guys?
Oh, so you're going back even further.
Well, I'm just wondering, like when we talk about the Cardinals being, draft develop their pitching, like who are we talking about?
In the Tony La Russa
just like the era? We can go back to like just the start of the century.
Chris Carpenter, again, he came from the Blue Jays, got hurt,
right.
But I don't know if he turns into what eventually he did here without Dave Duncan.
For sure.
And that's not a knock on Chris Carpenter, who obviously Chris Carpenter might be my favorite Cardinals pitcher ever.
He's awesome.
Adam Wainwright, they developed.
Well, Kyle Loesch wasn't even a Cardinal at the beginning. He was a Minnesota Twin, so like he's not even one of those guys.
Adam Wainwright, you developed. Now I know you got him from Atlanta, but he still grew up within your organization. So I would say you developed Adam Wainwright. Other than that, now you're into like the Shelby Millers and guys that kind of tantalized for a little while, and ultimately you moved on from them.
Yeah, so I think my point is like, have the Cardinals really developed pitchers?
No, they had Dave Duncan and Yadier Molina.
Yeah,
they had two of the biggest cheat codes in ever.
Exactly.
So
Yadi's back.
That's a good point. And Yadi's back.
Yadi's back, baby.
Oh man.
You think he's
That's
going?
a good point, Mark.
Pitchers
That's
and
a fair
catchers?
point.
You think he'll be there?
Yeah, absolutely.
Nice front office.
February. What day is it? Tomorrow? Yeah.
Do you think he shows up for
We're in
pitchers and
February
catchers?
now.
February 10th?
For real, you think he
he'll be
shows
there?
up?
Yeah, I do.
When?
Tomorrow.
Tomorrow. Pitchers and
Guys, you're not
catchers.
being honest.
Pitchers and catchers tomorrow.
He's a former
You guys,
catcher.
why don't even bother asking an honest question of you guys? Can't do it. You guys just can't.
we give you our answer, and then you just poo-poo it.
Every one of you answered, winked and nodded and giggled at each other. Like
There has been no giggling, no winking.
None whatsoever.
Okay, really? Hang on. Let me check the YouTube.
No, that's fine.
Jamie, it's fine. You may have perfect answers, but maybe not all your questions are perfect.
Yeah, Marshy?
Wow.
You can go to hell. Oh, my gosh. That was aggressive. I bet.
It was, yeah. It was.
That was, you know what? That was a little bit more aggressive than what I was coming at.
Well, that's the whole point.
When I came at Anthony last week.
You what?
Yeah, that was you were.
But that was more aggressive.
I couldn't even look at him. Marsh.
Remember that.
We didn't play Light the Lamp.
Oh,
he was so pissed.
Yeah.
Wait, we're not lighting the lamp?
Pissed.
What are we doing here?
That was, Marshy was tired and pissed.
It was a long week.
It was.
It was a long week.
Everything's better now, Marsh.
It is, yeah. Baseball's on the horizon, Anthony.
Yeah, it is. Darn right it is.
Baseball.
Absolutely. All right. We got the Gauntlet coming up next. Do we need a new Gauntlet contestant?
Yes.
Okay. Well, why don't you text in? If you want to play the Gauntlet, 314-399-9646 is the Air Comfort Service text line. Text in. We'll play the Gauntlet next. Hey, the State Farm Missouri Valley Conference Men's Basketball Championship is coming up. It's Arch Madness, and it is a St. Louis tradition. If you've never gone, you got to check it out, especially with the family. Got a family fun pack presented by us here at 101 ESPN. 4 tickets, 4 sodas, 4 popcorns for $105. Coupons available at archmadness.com. But you can take the family down. You don't have to worry about, can we get popcorn? Can we get sodas or whatever? I know as a dad, sometimes you struggle and you're trying to piece everything together. Nope, it's all available through that family fun pack. Celebrating the 50th year of heart racing excitement, the State Farm Missouri Valley Men's Basketball Championship. Last 36 years, by the way, right here in St. Louis, celebrating 5 decades of buzzer beaters and all kinds of madness. The games are usually fantastic. If you follow the conference at all, there's some really fun teams to watch, whether it's Belmont or Murray State. I know a lot of we have some grads here too that went to Bradley that like watching their Braves. Whatever the game is that you wind up watching. The Missouri Valley Conference winds up putting on a great show. Arch Madness again, March 5th through the 8th at the Enterprise Center. Check out that family fun pack presented by 101 ESPN at archmadness.com.
categories, one challenger. Can you survive the Gauntlet?
Brought to you by Blue Note Roofing. Roofing, siding, and gutters. Visit BlueNoteRoofingSTL.com for a free inspection.
406, your time check brought to you by Clarkson Jewelers, an officially licensed Rolex jeweler with Andrew Marsh, Carey Davis, and Jamie Rivers. I'm Anthony Stalter. Time to play the Gauntlet, and on the line right now is Danny. What's up, Danny?
What's up, gentlemen?
How are you?
Living the dream.
Good man. You sound like it, that's for sure. All right. Round one for you, Danny. Would you like to take on Marsh, Carey, Jamie, or me?
I think I got to go Marshy.
Okay, I like it.
All right.
Any thought process there?
Well, you're entirely too intelligent in football for me.
Whoa.
Jamie kicked my butt in hockey, so I'm going, random. Marshy didn't play pro sports. I got a chance.
Oh, dang.
Oh, okay.
Holy smokes.
That's almost as mean as what Anthony just said last segment.
Danny, I
Closing in on it.
really appreciate the compliments for us on this side. Yeah, go get them. Marsh, we'll kick you out in a second here. Danny, go ahead, tell Marsh to spin that wheel.
Marshy, spin that wheel.
All right, Marsh's going to head out. Danny, what are you hoping for here?
I'm kind of a ancient hockey guy, so let's do the hockey, hopefully.
Okay. Carey and Jamie can both see the wheel.
Remember when he said, "Oh, kind of go with a random guy like Marshy"?
Yeah.
Random is the
Yeah,
category.
let me guess, random.
Yes,
How do you
sir.
feel? How do you feel about random?
What? It's Monday. I mean, it's got to get better.
Okay.
Yeah.
There you go.
You almost willed this into existence, though.
All right,
Right.
so Danny, you're going to get thank you, Jamie, 4 random questions. Each one is worth 2 points unless you ask for the options. If you ask for the options, those questions become worth 1 point. Are you ready?
Ready.
Tiger Woods recently turned 50, making him eligible to compete on the PGA Tour Champion Circuit. Who has won the most events on this 50 and over golf tour?
Well, I would think because Nicholas was so prevalent in the normal tour. Let's give me the options.
Hale Irwin, Lee Trevino, or Bernhard Langer?
I'm thinking Trevino. Final answer.
All right, question 2. Identify the hip-hop icon who helped develop the Stars crime drama Power into a franchise that now spans 4 series.
Clueless. I think we'll do the options.
All right. Is it Ice Cube, 50 Cent, or Method Man?
I think Ice Cube got into a lot of that back end. Let's go with Ice Cube. Final answer.
Question number 3. Remember, guys, the color of flower given on Valentine's Day holds meaning. So what does a purple rose symbolize?
I'm in the doghouse again? Purple. Clues. Okay, options again.
Royalty or majesty? That's the first one. A, royalty or majesty. B, passion. Or C, sympathy.
Royalty just sounds right to me. Let's go with royalty. Final answer.
Final question, Danny. At Worlds of Fun in Kansas City, what is the tallest roller coaster in the park?
I can remember seeing it. I just can't tell you what it's called. All right. Humor me. Give me the option.
All right. Mamba, Detonator, or Steel Hawk?
Detonator, Steel Hawk. Yeah. Take that one out of Jamie's book. Yeah. Let's go with C. Final answer.
You want Steel Hawk?
Sure.
Okay. All right, let's bring back.
This is going to be an old-fashioned butt whipping.
Yeah, you never know. These are tough. All right, Marsh is coming back from the cone of silence right now. think he was in there with nobody.
I think he was solo in there.
He was solo. Yep.
He was getting into the zone.
AutoZone?
Where else?
All right. Marsh,
Yes.
you ready to rock?
Yes.
All right, you got random today.
Well, that's what Danny wanted me to have.
Yeah, he said it.
Pack a lunch.
Okay.
I thought you were going to tell him.
I did too.
I thought you were doing this.
Carey
I thought
gave
you were
you.
doing that, so that's why I was ignoring
Carey
you.
gave you Wilder. All right, here we go, Marshy. Question one.
What is wrong with him?
Hey, can I read
do
this
your
question
job.
to Marsh?
Just do your job.
He's trying to lock in here. He's trying to win a gauntlet.
Leave us alone.
Tiger Woods, Marsh, recently turned 50, making him eligible to compete on the PGA Tour Champions Circuit. Who has won the most events on this 50 and over golf tour?
I have no idea. Ernie Els? I have no clue. Maybe it's I don't. Let's use the options.
Hal Irwin, Lee Trevino, or Bernard Langer?
Say those names again.
Hal Irwin.
Hale.
Hale Irwin, Lee Trevino, or Bernhard Langer?
Let's go with Trevino. Final answer.
All right, question 2. Identify the hip-hop icon who helped develop the Stars crime drama Power into a franchise that now spans 4 series.
Power. Isn't that Jamie Foxx? Can you read the question one more time?
Identify the hip-hop icon who helped develop the Stars crime drama Power into a franchise that now spans 4 series.
I'm going to go with Jamie Foxx. Final answer.
Question number 3. Remember, guys, the color of the flower given on Valentine's Day holds meaning. So what does a purple rose symbolize?
Maybe like friendship or something. I don't know. Options.
Option A, royalty or majesty. Option B, passion. Option C, sympathy.
Wow. I hope a lot of my favorite football team is purple, and I hope there's a lot of people out there that feel some sympathy from what I'm going through. Give me sympathy. Final answer.
All right. Marsh, question number 4. At Worlds of Fun in Kansas City, what is the tallest roller coaster in the park?
No idea. Options.
Mamba, Detonator, or Steel Hawk?
The tallest, you say?
Yes, sir.
We have Detonator, Mamba, and Steel Hawk. I'm gonna guess that Steel Hawk is the fastest one. But is it? You said the tallest, correct?
Yes, sir.
Detonator, the Mamba. The Mamba seems like it'd be the biggest, right? I'm gonna go with Mamba. Final answer.
Okay.
It's quite the breakdown.
That was.
I don't know.
That was quite the breakdown. All right, here we go. Tiger Woods recently turned 50, making him eligible to compete on the PGA Tour Champions Circuit. Who has won the most events on this 50 and over golf tour? You both said Lee Trevino.
Nice.
Correct answer is
Bernhard Langer.
0-0. Identify the hip-hop icon who helped develop the Stars crime drama Power into a franchise that now spans 4 series. Without the options, Marsh said Jamie Foxx. With the options, Danny said Ice Cube. Correct answer is
50 Cent.
50 Cent.
I mean, Jamie Foxx, well-known hip-hop icon.
What?
He's
Hip-hop,
R&B.
not actor.
Oh,
Jamie Foxx is like R&B.
isn't there a
He's
show
not
that he's in though?
Either way, he's not an icon.
The Jamie Foxx show.
No, I thought he was in a different.
He's in a documentary as a starting quarterback of a
That was
Sharks football team, Miami
Steeman
Sharks.
Willie Beeman.
He played Ray Charles.
Willie
He did play
Ray Charles.
Maybe I'm thinking of whatever.
Either way, we have a 0-0 tie between Danny and Marsh. Remember, guys, the color of flower given on Valentine's Day holds meaning. So, what does a purple rose symbolize? Marshy, with the options, went with sympathy. Connected it to the Vikings. Danny, with the options, went with royalty or majesty. Correct answer is
royalty or majesty.
Danny up 1-0 with one question remaining. At Worlds of Fun in Kansas City, what is the tallest roller coaster in the park? Marsh had a complete breakdown of all three options. Settled on Mamba. Danny listened to the options and went with Steel Hawk. If it's Steel Hawk or Detonator, Danny wins. But if it's Mamba, we get a walk-off. So, Carey, at Worlds of Fun in Kansas City, what is the tallest roller coaster in the park?
Mamba.
Oh!
Walk it off.
That's right, we got a walk-off. This is how it's going to work. Danny, you're going to hold off on your answer. Marsh will write his down, then we'll ask you for yours. Closest to the pin will win today's round one matchup in the Gauntlet. Are you guys ready?
Ready.
I'm ready.
All right, here we go. According to the NCAA, how many Division II schools are there? According to the NCAA, how many Division II schools are there? Marsh is pondering this. He's thinking about writing his answer down. He might be writing his answer down.
I have no idea.
He says he has no idea. Okay, and we've got his. Danny, what is your answer?
Let's go with, I have no idea. Also, I think 65.
Okay. No calculator needed. Jamie, according to the NCAA, how many Division II schools are there? First, actually, Marsh, you wrote down?
250.
You wrote down 250. We just heard Danny say 65. Jamie?
292.
Danny?
You have chosen
Smoked.
poorly.
You lose.
Sorry, Danny. Boy, he was closer on that tie-breaking question. That was a rough one, man. That was one of the more difficult random gauntlets we've ever had.
Hey, I had a good time. I listen to you guys all the time. I have been for years.
Oh, we appreciate you, Danny.
Appreciate you, Danny.
Thanks for playing, man.
Take care, buddy.
Have a good one.
All right, you too.
Thank you.
Boy, Danny's a nice guy. That's how we knew. I knew he was in
Kicked his
trouble.
teeth in.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Yeah, Marsh.
Thanks, guys. Yeah.
Tough one.
You saved yourself that Mamba. You needed it. You needed it.
How you got there?
The breakdown worked.
The breakdown did work. Yeah, it worked for you.
Yes, it didn't.
Steel Hawk. You know, Hawks are fast.
Sure.
Fastest is not typically the largest.
No,
Right?
yeah.
The Detonator, I don't know. I wasn't feeling that one.
Right. Yeah. No, your breakdown was outstanding. Yep.
He's feeling the Mamba. That boy.
Yeah. We were talking about snakes earlier.
We were.
On the plane.
How do those snakes get on that plane?
They were.
Some jerk wagon had it in his carry-on, you know? I got this snake. It's cool.
Weren't they underneath the plane?
Yeah,
they're being transported. Transported.
Okay, so in his luggage.
No, I don't think it was in luggage.
They're in a cage.
They're in a crate. Cage or something.
What's his problem today?
He's surly. I mean,
He's really surly.
I'm incredibly happy.
Oh, you cannot tell that. That's for sure.
I told you earlier, the bitterness came out in me last night when I was watching that Seahawks-Patriots game.
Well, so this
wasn't
is
much of a
really
game. It was awesome.
So what?
Is this me? Yeah.
So this is you?
Yeah.
Without the bitterness?
No, with the bitterness.
Oh, okay. I was going to say, wow. Give me back the bitterness.
Now you don't know what to say.
I don't know. Wow. Just being a bit of a jerk today, Anthony.
Jamie Foxx was in a movie called Project Power. That's why I never.
That's right.
But did the words hip hop icon throw you off a little bit?
I don't even know if he heard that.
He probably didn't hear that.
Yeah, but
He does,
icon.
Hip hop.
Like icon, like Snoop Dogg, like Dr. Dre. Those are icons.
All right, sorry that I thought more of Jamie Foxx. Jeez.
I mean, he's got a few songs. You know, he can always
He's
blame
an
it on the
actor, too.
alcohol.
He does, but he's more R&B than hip hop.
Would you call him an R&B icon, Carey?
No. I wouldn't call him an R&B. I would call him an actor.
Marsh, you probably just missed that part of the question.
I mean, we
The
always
icon.
Absolutely didn't. I didn't miss that part. I genuinely thought
Trying to help
I
you.
got Power confused with Project Power.
You tried to give him an out. He's like, no, I don't
He
need
didn't
an
want
out.
it. He flat out said,
being
I don't want your
honest.
out. Okay.
This is why I thought he was the dude that made Power. He's in the movie called Project Power, and I got those confused.
Makes sense. Makes sense. All right.
Justifiably so.
He's an icon in my mind. Is that okay?
I'd say he's an iconic actor.
He's a great actor.
I would.
I like his movies. I
He's
like his
won an
movies. a lot.
Oscar.
Yeah, he's awesome. I like Jamie Foxx.
Sorry, guys.
Sorry that you won.
Yeah, what are you all upset about? You won.
You guys are you're just ganging up on me.
No, it's just like when Belichick used to yell at Brady. It's just to show the rest of the group that
Gotcha.
Anybody's susceptible
Yeah.
to criticism.
So who are you really directing that
You
towards?
know what? Sometimes the whole group just needs a little wake-up call.
What?
Or maybe there's certain individuals. You don't know, right?
Seahawks didn't need a wake-up call last night, that's for sure. We'll get into it next on 101 ESPN. Well, this month, my friends at Auto Centers Nissan out in Herculaneum, they're clearing out inventory fast. And for those that are going to miss it, or who wait, I should say, will miss it, because Auto Centers Nissan, their offers are aggressive right now. And select new Nissan models get 0%, get 0% for 6 months, zero money down, and 0% APR for 60 months. 3 zeros, thousands in immediate savings. And boy, the selection out in Herculaneum is outstanding. Auto Centers Nissan has over 1,000 new and used vehicles in one massive location, all right off I-55 in Herculaneum, Missouri, just minutes from South County. Auto Centers Nissan also offering deep price cuts across the entire new Nissan lineup, making this one of the strongest buying windows of the year. So you don't want to miss it. Head first to AutoCentersNissan.com, peruse their lineup, see what you like. If you're looking at used, they've got select pre-owned vehicles qualifying for 0 down and no payments for 3 months as well. And every financed new or used vehicle includes complimentary walk-away finance protection, helping defend you from negative loan equity if life changes unexpectedly. So inventory moving quickly, selection is shrinking. Head to AutoCentersNissan.com. When you do head out to Herculaneum, test drive the vehicle, tell them Anthony Stalter from 101 ESPN sent you. It's Auto Centers Nissan, Herculaneum. It's the Fast Lane on 101 ESPN. Andrew Marsh, Carey Davis, Jamie Rivers, Anthony Stalter. Our legacy talk's critical for Super Bowl Sunday. I don't know if it's critical. I don't know if you necessarily need it. Certainly helps in the build-up to the Super Bowl, though. I don't think there's any question about that. I didn't think the Super Bowl had a lot of hype going into it. There wasn't a lot of talk. And then with the way the game unfolded.
Is that because they didn't have a bona fide superstar?
Yeah, I don't think.
I know Jackson Smith-Njigba is a really good player, but
right.
He doesn't have the marquee that Patrick Mahomes has or like some of the other guys in the last 5-6 years. Mm-hmm. It felt like the game was a lot of really good players, but it didn't have a superstar.
I think I agree. I think that the Seahawks being a complete team throws us all off. We love to talk about, well, you got to have a complete team. It's a team. Then a team like that wins, you're like, ain't that good. Like, no, they're incredible, but they weren't. It's not. It's Patrick Mahomes elevating everybody. It's not Josh Allen elevating everybody. It's not Joe Burrow or Lamar Jackson or name your favorite quarterback elevating everybody. It's a complete team game. Sam Darnold wasn't asked to do anything outside of don't lose the game. That's exactly what he did. Kenneth Walker, a very steady presence in last night's game. Didn't really have the one eye-popping play he made, and he was great, don't get me wrong, but the one eye-popping play he made didn't count.
Yeah.
Because his center manhandled the defensive tackle. Got called back and holding. It was a very, steady team victory for the Seahawks. And I think when it comes to, legacy and all those conversation going into the game, I think that's where this one, quote-unquote, missed.
So, for me, you're talking about, I think the problem is the stars are defensive players. They aren't named, Christian Gonzalez is a superstar, in my opinion. They didn't win. They lost. But he was outstanding last night, despite the fact that they were unable to win. DeMarcus Lawrence, 5-time Pro Bowler, first time winning the Super Bowl, left Dallas. A lot of hubbub about that, and then going over to Seattle and actually winning the Super Bowl, which he said he had a better chance of doing it there than he would in Dallas.
Who knew?
Who knew, right? Devon Witherspoon is a 3-time Pro Bowler in 3 years playing. For me, I think that there are some players that when you're looking at this game, you can say, okay, maybe not, Hall of Fame caliber yet, because a lot of them, Witherspoon's career is just getting started. But if you play long enough and play that well long enough, you're looking at some players that you'll say in 5 to 10 years, oh, yeah, that was a future Hall of Fame player. So for me, and I think the same thing could be said about Christian Gonzalez, when you're looking at the players on these teams, do I think Kenneth Walker is a future Hall of Famer? I don't know. He had a hell of a game last night. I think he's a really, really good running back in what he's capable of doing. But just talking about superstars and legacy, I think the stars are on the defense. And Jackson Smith-Njigba is a star, but he got banged up in that game, missed some time, and came back and played, but he wasn't a superstar last night.
Yeah.
But there are some players on here when you go back and look at this Super Bowl in 5 to 10 years, you're like, oh, yeah, he did. He was a part of that team that was in that game. And he's a hell of a football player.
Yeah.
So I think we're still too young in some of these guys' careers to say that.
I don't disagree with that at all. Carey, too, while you're explaining that, while you're talking about that, it also dawned on me that these two teams are not like the other versions of themselves. Mm-hmm. So the Patriots, obviously, with Drake May and Mike Vrabel, very likable, like I said earlier. You came from Tom Brady and Bill Belichick. There's a distinct difference there. Mm-hmm. But even Seattle, you're talking about the stars being on defense, not in the same vein as Richard Sherman and Earl Thomas and Cam Chancellor and Bobby Wagner.
But I think that's because they're younger. I think Reek Woolen, I think Witherspoon, I think Nick Imanwari.
Nailed it.
I think those guys, and if I'm not mistaken, I know Imanwari is in his first year or second year.
His first year.
Witherspoon is a third-year player. You got a lot of young guys, whereas that Legion of Boom, those guys had been in the league for a number of years, and they had kind of grown into I think this is another version of that type of defense that they have.
Had they been in the league for very long?
I think Earl Thomas. I think those guys were at least 5 or 6 year vets.
I thought Richard Sherman was only in year 2, but I could be wrong.
Not when they won the Super Bowl, I don't believe.
Let me check this.
That defense, though, felt more superstar-ish, though.
Yeah, exactly. There was more personality.
Yes,
at least it felt that way.
Yeah, you had Richard Sherman going up after the NFC Championship game and delivering about Michael Crabtree, and you're like, whoa, like, but that was, that's kind of that edge that he played with.
Mm-hmm. It was his third year.
Okay.
It was Richard Sherman's third year. Now, Wagner may have been earlier than that.
Earl Thomas was in his 6th year, I believe.
6th year for Earl Thomas.
Or 3rd year. 4th year, actually. No, it was 4th year.
Yeah, it's 4th year.
Yeah.
But to Marsh's point, I think there was just more personality. So what I'm saying here is that you're watching that Patriots and Seahawks game last night. Part of like what didn't necessarily feel like it was that hyped up is these were different versions of same uniform, same logo, all that. But you don't get Tom Brady, Bill Belichick. It's a younger version now, one that probably in other years wouldn't have made it this far. And then Seattle, you don't have the Legion of Boom, but yet you still have a great defense. I think if these two teams were. I don't know. The Dolphins and the give me somebody who hasn't won before.
Browns?
Well, no, they couldn't play each other. Dolphins and Cardinals.
Okay.
It might feel a little different because this Cardinals defense is pretty damn good. Man, how do they compare to the Legion of Boom Seahawks teams you know what I mean? The storylines just weren't written for you going in.
Mm-hmm.
Or I'll go to hell. Either way.
No. There were storylines.
Just an idea.
There were storylines. I don't know if they were sexy enough for some people. And I don't know if the storylines heading in necessarily translated to what we witnessed last night. Right? Like it was about, Sam Darnold revitalizing his career. Sam Darnold really didn't do anything last night. Drake May, could he
threw a touchdown pass, you sicko?
He did.
He didn't lose it for them.
He didn't lose the game, but he didn't play the way that he played against the Rams, right? Like if that's Sam Darnold, I'm like, oh my God, that was a great game.
He won the Super Bowl 2 weeks ago.
Exactly. Drake May, could he be the next Tom? Drake May was awful last night. Like it wasn't even close.
Right. Tom Brady won his first Super Bowl. We all know why.
Yeah.
They had some help.
They had a lot of help.
Yeah. Saw a tweet last night. I was like, maybe they should start helping themselves out if they want to win again.
Robert Kraft knows where to go.
He's already been there.
Exactly. All right, let's bet the board next. Jamie out to an insurmountable lead early on. I guess we'll just fight for second. Bet the board next on 101 ESPN. Jamie and I called our guy. Stewie's on the line right now. Stewie, everybody always asks you about rates and where they're at and what you should do about it. So what's your advice right now compared to where rates are?
Well, Anthony, we got a call today from somebody that basically said, hey, rates are going to go down in the future. I don't want to do it now. The new guy coming in, his name is Kevin Warsh. He is okay for rates, but one of the things that he wants to do is flood the market with bonds. Everything that's on the balance sheet that the Federal Reserve bought during COVID, they want to go ahead and get off the balance sheet. This is going to cause interest rates to potentially go up. So if you want to be safe, refinance now, get a lower rate now, get rid of the PMI, improve your payment, maybe go from a 30-year to a 20-year with the same payment. But take advantage now for free with the bagel loan. Later on, if the rates actually do go down, you can always refinance for free. But don't procrastinate, because you're going to look back and say, I should have, could have, did it. That's your information you need to know today. Make it happen today. Save the money today. You got nothing to lose.
Yeah, Stewie, Anthony doesn't always have the best news, but he's giving you the truth. Mm-hmm. And he's trying to help you, and that's what that is right there. To avoid the rates going up and losing out that way, get in there now, get it done, and then, like you said, you can always refinance using the bagel loan at a later date, and Stewie will take care of all of that for you. But you got to call him. His number's 314-324-4440.
Or you can text him at that same number, 314-324-4440.
And if you can't remember all that, Anthony, what can you do?
Just remember this. Google the bagel loan. Thanks, Stewie.
Have a good one, guys.
NMLS number 226715.
ESPN Sports Center.
I'm Andrew Marsh. It's time for a Sports Center update brought to you by Saliga Heating and Cooling. We are talking Super Bowl 60 today. The Seattle Seahawks took down the New England Patriots 29-13. If you have missed any of our conversations from today, make sure you go to 101ESPN.com or check out the free Dobbs Tire and Auto Center's 101 ESPN mobile app. Just head to the podcast page, and you'll find all of our shows there, and it's all brought to you by the Schaefer Door Company. We're going to bet the board next. I'm Andrew Marsh, and the Sports Center update is brought to you by Saliga Heating and Cooling, a Daikin heating and air conditioning dealer.
Time to bet the board here in the Fast Lane on 101 ESPN. Andrew Marsh, Carey Davis, Jamie Rivers. I'm Anthony Stalter. Marshe.
Yes.
What do we got for our latest standings?
All right. So Jamie is in the lead. 3 points for Jamie.
Ain't catching that, dude.
Anthony, you are very far behind him with 2 points. Carey also far behind with 2 points. And I'm very far behind as well with 2 points.
And no parlay.
No parlay. My parlay did not hit.
No. How many legs did you hit?
I think I had 4 that I threw on there. I knew that none of them hit, so I didn't even check.
Oh, wow.
Sorry, man.
It's okay.
All right. Well, of course, Jamie with honors.
Well, at least 2 of them didn't hit because I had over 1.5 passing touchdowns and Super Bowl MVP. Those 2 obviously did not hit. So
who did you as MVP? Sam Darnold?
Yeah, it was the Sam Darnold parlay.
Oh, that's right.
And I had passing yards at 230.
Over.
He was under. He was
yeah.
under. I don't know if any of them hit.
May had like 60 yards in the fourth quarter. I think he finished with almost 300.
275, I think he had.
Okay, just under 300.
Well, I'm just.
You see how crabby he is?
Wow, this is
see that. He thinks he's like, happy today. He doesn't even understand.
There's something.
Thank you, Carey. Thank you, Carey. You know, see you're crushing me for my mood, but my guy Carey's got
I didn't say anything.
He's supporting me.
I'm not crushing you for your mood. I'm stating the obvious.
Yeah,
I had the 9 and
I'm
the
watching
7.
you.
You're an a-hole.
You already knew that.
You're not wrong.
Oh my God!
What?
What happened? I was talking about. Not wrong.
No, you're fine.
About the game.
You're fine.
Just under 300.
You're right.
What? Oh, don't look at me like that the way you crapped on me earlier.
What did I say?
Love what you said. Marshy, nah. I'm not even going to mention you, Carey, because that was a dumbass idea.
I didn't say that.
Carey, you're there.
Yeah,
I did. I said you were
You're
there.
I'm sitting right here, of course.
Honestly,
Hell, man.
Carey, if I'm being honest, I forgot what you said.
I did. I
Now
forgot
it's
it.
getting worse.
Now he says it's not memorable.
That's not even something he needed to remember.
Wow. Carey's had some measured takes today. Are you kidding me?
He was all fired up today. You
okay.
just poo-pooed on it.
I'm sorry.
Still love you, brother.
I love you. All right, Jamie.
All right. Well, you guys know I love that basketball. Give me those Pistons on the money line tonight, minus 148.
There you go, Jamie.
They played pretty well here. They've been balling.
Good job. I was looking at that one, actually.
Nice
I
job,
actually looked
Jamie.
at that one.
Way to go, kid.
Yeah, what are you saying? No, nothing else going on in?
No, I love basketball.
Oh, okay,
It's
that's
great. I mean, I'm choosing it. There's nothing else to bet.
Olympics.
Even that.
Marsh, who's up next?
One of you guys can go.
Go ahead,
I have
Carey.
no idea where I'm going. with
Give me
this.
Donovan Marshall. Over
Brandon's
36. Yep, maybe. 36.5 points, rebounds, and assists tonight. I believe they play tonight. I hope they play tonight. Yeah.
I mean,
Marsh, you want to go or do you want me to go?
why don't you go, Anthony?
All right. I'll take Louisville, minus 5.5 on the alt line. Louisville. Minus 5.5 on the alt line for minus 145.
All right. Well, I guess I'm going to go to the NBA here, and I'm going to take the Denver Nuggets on the money line. They're taking on the Cleveland Cavaliers. I'll go with Denver. Why not?
Okay. All righty. How will this NFL season be remembered? Or maybe it won't if you're Andrew Marsh. Said a couple of segments ago.
What?
We'll get into it next on 101 ESPN.
Football season is over, but there's still plenty to bet over at Circus Sports. From pro and college basketball, hockey, and everything in between, Circus Sports has it all. Circus Sports isn't just sports betting, it's sports betting the way it should be. They've got high betting limits, player-friendly pricing, and exceptional customer service. They've got great lines on all their futures bets, tight money line splits, and they have the best odds of any app that is out there. And if you're looking to place a bet or you're winning, don't worry about getting shut down. Circus Sports doesn't cap you. They don't stop you. They encourage you. They applaud you for winning. They like having winners over at Circus Sports, and that's been the vision from Derek Stevens the whole time. He loves sports betting, and he loves seeing people win. That's why he created Circus Sports, and now they've got the app. Get to the App Store or the Google Play Store. Punch in Circus Sports, and then the little white logo, click on that. That is for the state of Missouri, and you can get going immediately on that. For any more information at all regarding Circus Sports, you can visit them at circusports.com. Again, that's circusports.com. Must be 21 or older. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
It's Fastlane on 101 ESPN. So, how do you guys think the NFL season will be remembered?
I look at it as the year of the injury because you got so many teams that were affected by major injuries. Lamar Jackson, extended period of time. Joe Burrow, extended period of time. Patrick Mahomes, we know how that ended. Mm-hmm. Bo Nix couldn't even play in the biggest game of his career. So many injuries to key players that I feel like that's what I remember. Look at to put a bow on that, I'll just say San Francisco 49ers too.
Yeah, you didn't even have to list the whole the injuries, just at 49ers. Yep.
Yeah. I mean, if we're talking about, for me, it would be the resurgence of Sam Darnold. I think that's a great way to kind of finish the season for him. Like a quarterback that was maybe written off, and a lot of people thought his career would be over and he wouldn't have a chance to have this level of success. And I think it might actually, I think two things will be remembered for me. One, Sam Darnold, and that can kind of give coaches a glimpse into, well, hell, maybe we can give quarterbacks some time to mature and get better. Mac Jones, we're looking at you as well. Like that was kind of one of the things that took place this year. And also, defensive coaches are okay to hire. You can hire a defensive coach and feel confident and comfortable that coach can get your organization turned in the direction that you want it to be and potentially play for a Super Bowl. So that would be my two things.
Yeah, I think it's the teams that sort of came out of nowhere, right? Like there were some teams that I felt as if I really didn't think that they would have a good season. You know, like the Jags come to mind. I know I had them winning the AFC South, but that doesn't really mean anything. But
means something to you, Marsh.
Yeah,
means something to you, pal.
For sure. You know, I felt like there were teams that made noise this year, and I'm more interested to see how they continue in the future. Like, is this legit, or is it what Jamie said, where there's some teams that we've been accustomed to seeing have success and sort of dominate the league? Are they going to come back and sort of make this season a one-off? Or are these teams that made the playoffs this past season, are they ultimately going to be the next crop of teams that become the dominant teams? I think we have to wait a year to really find that out. But this was definitely, it felt like a different season compared to other seasons.
Mm-hmm. I think Carey nailed it with the Sam Darnold. Like when we look back, we're going to look at this as the Sam Darnold kind of redemption tour, right? The year that Sam Darnold won, the year that the Seahawks were the best team, Drake May's first Super Bowl. I think he can get back there again.
Are people going to look at it the same way as they did with like Trent Dilfer and Joe Flacco? And like things like that, because
like a one-off,
an incredible defense won that.
Yeah, I could see that.
Okay,
I wouldn't, because
if he gets back there again, then it's a little different. But
because he played well last year, and that's what somebody just texted, like, oh, Sam Darnold, like he's done this for 2 years in a row, playing really, really good football for two different organizations.
Okay,
so it's not like this is kind of a flash in the pan at this point.
So you're predicting a dynasty.
No, I'm not predicting a dynasty. I'm predicting that the Seahawks probably will be in the playoffs again next year, though.
I would hope so.
Yeah, I think they'll be in the playoffs again.
Hell, they won 10 games last year.
Yeah.
Didn't make the playoffs.
That was weird.
So I think it's going to be Sam Darnold, the redemption. Similar to what Marcia said, though, I think for me it's going to be the year of the reset. Things got reset this year, where Mahomes and the Chiefs didn't make the playoffs for the first time. Chiefs have to reset. Not rebuild, but reset. Lamar and the Ravens, well, that led to Harbaugh being fired. Mm-hmm. So now they're in a reset. Josh Allen came up short again. They reset. Sean McDermott got let go. So it's like this reset or this transition year. And we'll see coming out of it next year if some of these names that we've grown accustomed to seeing play at this level are back again. Mm-hmm. Mahomes, Allen, Lamar, Joe Burrow, or do we have kind of an ushering of new teams like you were saying, Marsha? Yeah. If I were betting, I think it would be we're going to see those QBs back next year, and this is just a small reset.
Again, I go back to what I said. 3 of those 4 guys you just mentioned suffered like injuries.
Sure.
So the injury was part of the reset.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, I think this season has, at least for me, and this is just my opinion. Maybe people feel the same way, maybe they don't. But I think I want to see greatness in these moments, right? And I know like defense was great for the Seahawks. I think I lean more towards offense, like the quarterback position.
Field goal kicker?
No, not the field goal kicker.
Jake Myers was awesome last night. He was awesome.
And I said the field goals would be a thing on Friday. I said that.
You did.
You guys laughed me out of the building.
I did not.
Carey did.
Hell, man.
He hates kickers.
It's contagious.
I don't hate kickers.
That's not true.
Kickers are very important.
The punter was awesome again last night.
Until they miss a kick.
Good too.
Yeah.
I think I'm good on like some of these guys who aren't proven. You know, I want to see greatness. And we've seen that with, like, Mahomes. And, you know, we had that whole thing with Brady. And, like, at the time, I'm like, I don't want the Patriots in the Super Bowl again. I don't want the Chiefs in the Super Bowl again. But then I watched the Super Bowl, and I'm like, oh, man. Maybe I kind of do want one of those guys in the Super Bowl. Like somebody of that ilk.
Have you seen? You're into logos. Have you seen the Super Bowl 61 logo?
I have. Hang on a second. This plays into the biggest question of the day that I have. So why don't we save that?
I'm sorry.
No, you're
it just popped up. I was like,
I have seen it. I have seen it.
Because I see it. I got a couple of teams in mind. I don't know how the hell they get there, but
I have two teams in mind, and it kind of goes against what I'm saying right now.
That's a tease. Okay, that's a tease.
That's a deep tease.
Why don't we get to the biggest question of the day coming up next on 101 ESPN?
Fastlane's biggest question of the day. Presented by Banner Construction, the experts in James Hardy siding.
It's the Fastlane on 101 ESPN, a 501. Your time check brought to you by Clarkson Jewelers, an officially licensed Rolex jeweler. All right, Marsh, you were kind of teasing it. Biggest question of the day.
All right, so Carey brought up the new Super Bowl logo in the Super Bowl in Los Angeles, Super Bowl 61. We know there's people out there that believe, I kind of feel the same way, that the Super Bowl logos typically have the color scheme of the teams that play in it. So
that's part of the script.
Part of the script.
Jamie.
What?
Anyways.
You get it.
I know.
The upcoming Super Bowl,
you went through it.
The logo has waves, right? There's waves within the Roman numerals. And the color scheme is orange and like green teal-ish. So Carey,
snowflake.
You know, you have some teams in mind.
Snowflake.
My question ultimately is, who is your way too early Super Bowl 61 matchup?
Well, when I saw the logo, because I know Marsh is a logo guy, right? I immediately thought Tampa Bay and Miami. That's where I went.
Oh,
Tampa Bay. I don't have it pulled up anymore. Tampa Bay and Miami. That's exactly the two organizations that I thought would be. Where is the Super Bowl at this year?
It's at SoFi now.
At LA?
Yeah.
Yeah, I figured that's what I felt. Felt it in my bones.
I saw Dolphins, too. I was struggling with the NFC, though.
I was struggling with Dolphins because I was like, why the hell would it be the Dolphins? But based on the logo, man, that's Tampa and Miami.
Mm-hmm.
Both teams flying west. You know what I mean?
Oh, boy.
You fly west, you win.
By the way, not anymore.
I thought it was east.
You fly east, you win, but they broke that last night. That's not a thing anymore.
Who? What did they?
Seahawks won.
Seahawks won. Where were they playing at?
Santa Clara.
Damn it. I was so confused, man. I can't keep. I thought it was if you fly west, you win.
If you fly south, you win.
If you go too far east, you have no chance.
Yeah.
What? This is confusing as hell, man.
It's all science, man. It's all science.
Nobody knows this, man.
Could it be? Could it be the Dolphins and the Bears? That orange?
So
It's a red and orange, though.
Is it? But it's CD. Work with me here.
Yeah.
Orange.
I mean,
I think the Bears have a better chance than the Buccaneers. Come on.
Yeah, the Bucks are in the easiest division.
My initial thought was Bears, Jags. Two teams that made the playoffs this year. Two teams which would be their second-year head coach, building off of what they did this previous season. And I have Bears-Jags as my way too early Super Bowl matchup based on the logo.
Yeah.
That big wave of water, though. That teal-green water.
It's water, man.
Dolphins.
It's water. It's Dolphins.
Dolphins swim in water, you know?
Yeah.
Jaguars, they can swim, but they don't like to.
No, the cats don't like water.
They don't. They're fine for hunting purposes, but when they're not strolling through, the jungle and going for a quick dip in the water.
By the way, I watched Ace Ventura this weekend, and we were talking about who won that Super Bowl. When they get back out of halftime, the Dolphins are losing by 3. I think the score on the scoreboard was 17-14. Dolphins were down.
I just said thank you.
Yeah, that's not too much.
That means they came back.
Yeah.
They had their Dolphin back.
So here's my question then.
Dolphins Eagles, I believe, was the Super Bowl matchup.
That was the matchup. Here's my question then. Serious question. You know that Dan Marino had been kidnapped, okay? So he was, who knows when he got any sleep, when did he eat? He was kidnapped, right? He's under distress. If it's only 17-14, it means your backup's playing pretty well.
Nah, Dan plays.
Stick with the backup?
No, Dan
plays. You know why? Because Dan was kidnapped, feared for his life. Adrenaline was rushing through his veins. Give that guy the ball.
I have a better question.
Give that guy the ball.
He could be a little too energized.
Not any player. If a player is kidnapped, do you still play the game?
I was thinking about that, too.
Especially the star quarterback.
I mean, he was in uniform. He was ready to go.
The show must go on.
If before the game you find out the star player is missing, does the game go on?
Yeah.
Like there's evidence
it's a Super Bowl.
of a break-in.
You got all those people.
What?
You send them home.
Yeah.
Come back next week.
They already booked their hotels.
Folks. Park's closed. Moose outside.
The quarterback's not here. Should have told you. What do you mean?
Was he kidnapped the day before? Or was it the same day? Because he was doing a photo shoot day of the Super Bowl. That doesn't make any sense either.
That's probably problematic.
But they did things different back then, guys.
Yeah.
Players were tougher.
Okay.
They could do commercials on game day. I know. I saw it one time.
I think it was the day before.
So you would have time to let everybody know, hey, this guy was kidnapped.
I don't want to like James, you don't want to scare everybody. Hotels are booked, tickets are sold.
And Anthony, going back to your point, 17-14, but the other team had been scheming for Marino the whole time. And then all of a sudden he's not playing.
Yeah.
So you're saying that Jared Stidham could have done better than Drake
only
May
if
in the
Bo
Super
Nix
Bowl.
broke his ankle the day before.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Boy,
there's a lot to think about.
That's a lot. That's a lot. It's a lot to kind of go through.
Lots of process, lots to consider.
On a less serious note, who do you guys think is in the Super Bowl next year based off what you saw this season and what history has told us? Because now we could look at two teams that didn't make the playoffs this past year and be like, hey, I mean, they have a good chance of making the Super Bowl because that's what happened this year.
Let's do this. Patriots. Much tougher schedule next year, right? Probably come up short.
Be Patriots and Lions in the final.
The Buffalo Bills. We know that Josh Allen will never get the help he needs. They fall short. Dolphins rebuilding.
Who knows?
The Jets
They
are
don't
the
even
Jets.
have a quarterback right now.
No. Jets are the Jets. So we eliminate. So AFC East, they're out. Steelers.
Time will tell.
Definitely make the playoffs because that's what they do.
Oh wow!
You watch this offense next year.
I don't know who the quarterback is.
You watch it. It doesn't matter.
Neither do they.
You watch this offense.
Baltimore Ravens.
I would pick them to be.
I think they have a rebound. So we'll keep the Ravens alive.
Yeah.
Bengals. Defense
Keep 'em
optional.
alive. Keep 'em alive.
Defense
That's
optional.
what they do this offseason.
They are an orange team, Anthony. We do have to take them into consideration.
Defense optional. They're out. The Browns are the Browns, right? So right
Another
now
orange team, Anthony. You can't.
And they got rid of that Stefanski.
Yeah, they're good now. See, as soon as Falcons get Stefanski, their players are arrested.
Oh my God!
I'm just saying.
What are you doing,
Connect
man?
the dots. Connect the dots.
What are you doing?
Okay.
What is that?
Before he got there,
what are you doing?
Clean record in Atlanta of players not getting arrested. You know?
On that note, Deshaun Watson, the last two cases were dismissed.
Oh, see?
Oh my!
As soon as he leaves, what happens?
What are we doing, man? What the hell are we doing?
Never as a Falcon
Stats
player.
and facts.
Never as a Falcon player ever gotten in any trouble until Stefanski got there. Moving on. Jaguars.
I like the Jags.
Yeah. Sure.
Okay.
And they were
The color
green,
scheme.
teal.
They do match some of the profile.
Texans.
Oh,
The defense, CJ Stroud, rebound.
If CJ Stroud plays better, they actually could
Okay.
make some noise.
Colts, Titans, Denver Broncos probably take a step back
Another
next
orange
year.
team.
First place schedule next year for the Broncos.
Yeah, it's going to be tough, Jamie. Chargers, they're basically the Falcons of the AFC. They'll never win anything. The Chiefs, absolutely. Chiefs will rebound. Yep.
Patrick Mahomes is going to be recovering from ACL.
Raiders. I'm moving right on. Chiefs going to be fine.
Okay.
And the Raiders, I think, are going to be much improved.
With Fernando?
But not Super Bowl improved. You know? So I'll take the Houston Texans out of that group.
What?
Yeah, CJ Stroud's gonna rebound. That defense is disgusting.
When do we get to pick our playoff teams?
The week before the season starts.
Oh, man.
You want to pick him now, Ken?
Hell yeah. Why not? Without any offseason or any evidence.
Wow.
Have you met me?
Yeah,
of course.
Hell with it. All right. So I got the Texans and the AFC. Who do you guys have?
From the AFC?
Yeah.
I think I'm going to go with the Ravens.
You got to be right one of these years, man. Baltimore.
Seriously, I mean.
It's like Jamie picking Jake Neighbors.
One of these years, it's got to hit.
One of these nights, it's going to hit.
It's got to hit, man.
Don't pick them, they'll win.
Right. Marsh?
Well, I'm going to go with the Jags, you know?
Okay.
I think they match the Super Bowl logo.
Eagles? Sure. Cowboys? Nope. Commanders? Nope. Giants? They'll be improved, but nope.
Yeah.
Hell no.
Bears?
Yeah,
Maybe.
Packers?
I'm going to say no.
7th seed, probably bounced. Vikings?
No, thank you.
No.
All right, whatever.
Lions.
I think the Lions are back in. They're going to get a last place schedule.
That's true.
I think the Lions will be back in.
They're back in.
That's my team. Lions, Texans,
He didn't even
Super Bowl.
finish the.
I don't need to. I don't need to.
I like his pick, too. Lions.
Motown,
man.
baby.
Hear me roar.
Yeah.
The hell, man?
NFC South. Nope.
No.
And the NFC West, you've got Seahawks and Rams. Sure. 49ers. Yeah. If their players are alive. And then the Cardinals. No. So I'm going to go Lions. Lions, Texans.
Why do
next
we
year.
not think the Packers can get there? I really like their defensive coordinator pickup.
I think they're one big tease.
Okay.
The Packers?
Yeah.
They'll be. Micah Parsons will be back healthy.
One big tease.
Okay.
Were you taking them?
No, hell no.
Okay.
I got the Lions in there.
You got Lions too?
So everybody's going Lions?
We're all going Lions? I'll say aye.
In the NFC North. I don't have the Lions.
Oh.
Well, that's the game.
I'm sorry.
You don't understand it. We've been playing it for 7 minutes.
We're talking
sorry. My apologies. I wasn't listening. What else?
Okay. All right.
I wondered how you didn't pick the Steelers.
Oh, they don't fit the color scheme.
Carey don't care.
You know what? Give me the Eagles again.
Oh, my God.
Eagles, Ravens.
Do you think next year, we talked about Sam Darnold having his revitalization season, sort of, clears his name of being the guy that saw Ghost.
Mm-hmm.
Do we see that happening with Kirk Cousins?
No.
You don't have to be so honest, Anthony.
I mean, nobody does. You don't. Carey doesn't. Jamie doesn't.
It depends on what team. Maybe if he's in black and gold.
I want that to happen. I want to will that into existence. I cannot wait to see Mike McCarthy working with Kirky Chains.
You know what
he would hit 3 of the 4 of our teams.
And when he does, if he does, Mike McCarthy's going to have a top 5 offense in the NFL. Because that's just what he does, man. That's what he does.
And then Kirky football will get paid again.
We need to do that again.
You'll get another $60 million deal. Anthony will lose it.
His agent will. I mean, his
agent will come out of retirement because he's already so much money.
Yeah. He's like, oh, really? Oh, they want you? Yeah, all right. I'll negotiate it for you. All right, Sports Six Pack Part 1's coming up. If you got any questions, send it to the Air Comfort Service text line, 314-399-9646. Sports Six Pack Part 1 next.
Anthony, you and I always talk about being better versions of ourselves, right?
Yeah.
Not being so tired, being a better father, being more present at our kids' games and events. And one of the things that have helped you and me is mentality.
Mm-hmm.
Like going in there, getting our blood work done, seeing what areas we lacked in and how to get back to being that more present father, that more present husband or fiance like I am now.
Mm-hmm.
Just being with our family and being able to lock in even after 4 hours of work. This is important to us, and that's what mentality has done for you and what it's doing for me now.
Yeah, if you're feeling like Carey and I were, I mean, you're sluggish all the time. You don't have the energy. You go home after working all day, and maybe you're in just a bad mood constantly, or you get mood swings. You don't know why. A lot of those are symptoms of low testosterone. And Carey and I are in our 40s now. If you're in your 40s or even your 30s or your 50s, and you want to do something about it because you're like, you know what, I'm tired of not being at my best either. Go to Mentality. You can visit them at lowtusa.com. Again, that's lowtusa.com. Schedule your appointment. 2 different locations, one in Chesterfield, one in South County. But the bottom line is Mentality is going to start by listening. They help. And right now, Carey, got a lot of savings, too.
Oh, yeah. Right now, all new patient labs will be covered in your treatment plan, and that's a saving of $250 right out of the gate. You can reclaim the old you, get back to the younger you with Mentality, like Anthony said, lowtusa.com. That's lowtusa.com.
It's time for the Fast Lane to answer your sports questions.
I want to ask you a bunch of questions. I want to have them answered immediately.
Asking me all these weird questions.
Answer the question.
Answer the question.
Answer me!
Refreshed by Urban Chestnut. Urban Chestnut Swickle Light Premium Light Beer. Live your lifestyle, St. Louis.
Time for the Sports Six-Pack here in the Fast Lane on 101 ESPN. If you have a question, send it in to the Air Comfort Service text line at 314-399-9646. Marsh, question 1, please.
Question number 1.
From the 314, what did you think of the Super Bowl commercials last night, and which one was your favorite?
I got to be honest. I was kind of moving around during the commercials.
I had a lot of people.
Marshy mentioned it, the Instacart one where
I missed that.
Who fell off the?
Ben Stiller.
Ben Stiller fell.
That was hilarious.
Oh, I saw that a couple of nights ago. Is that when he was singing?
Yes,
that was hilarious. So I didn't see it last night, but I saw it a couple of nights prior to that. Oh, I was dying when he fell, and then he got up and he fell again. Yeah.
I did remember one. I loved the Budweiser commercial with the little bird on the horse's back. Oh, yeah. And at the end, it turns into being the eagle. I was like,
I didn't see that one.
See that, yeah.
I was
saw
like,
the Bud Light one when they
I've never felt more American in that moment. What are you laughing at?
I'm nothing.
Carey, you talking about the one where the keg is rolling down the hill?
down the hill.
Yeah, it reminded me of the cheese chase or whatever it's called, where they roll down the hill going after that ball of cheese.
Always made no sense, but it's fun to watch.
Yeah. I like the Jurassic Park commercial.
Where everything was
where they have the
everything
Wi-Fi.
was fine.
Yeah.
Everything was good. Mr. Hammond, I'm calling to say that I highly recommend your park. Yeah, that was good. The tight end commercial was good too. Obviously, strong message. You had Bruce Arians saying, he talking about prostate cancer and all that. I thought they did that very well.
Question number 2.
From the 636, who is your favorite Olympian of all time?
Dominique Dawes.
Dominic Moceanu.
I had a crush on Dominique Dawes as a child.
Crush on Dominic Moceanu.
Yeah.
Same team.
Yeah.
I'm going to go with a different direction. I'm going to go based upon an athlete I liked competing. A couple of them.
Oh, that's fine too.
Jesus, guys.
What are you talking about?
Being honest. We also enjoyed their gymnastics.
Definitely.
Talented.
No doubt.
Michael Johnson was fun. Oh, yeah. When he was running the 400 and the 200, that was kind of cool. That was neat. Usain Bolt. I mean, you can't overlook that either. Those are, I always big on the track and field guys. It's fun to watch those. And you can't go wrong with Michael Phelps. I mean, some pretty iconic victories. Marsh, you brought up the one relay. Time. Like, fun stuff.
If I'm not choosing a hockey player, I think I'd go with Shaun White, the Flying Tomato.
Oh, yeah. It's a good one.
Watching some of his highlights. Yeah. Shaun White. That's a great nickname. The Flying Tomato.
Yeah. It's because he had red hair.
Is that right?
That's what they tell me.
Interesting.
That's very, very good.
Carey has no idea who it is.
No, I do. I know he's the snowboarder. I know who that is.
Splashback Deuce, one of the greatest names. Peekaboo Street.
That was a good one. Lindsey Vonn got hurt
Eddie the
again.
Eagle.
Yeah.
You guys remember Eddie the Eagle?
Yes.
Yeah, Ed Belfour.
Yeah.
This guy, the 1988 Olympics, I believe, in Calgary, he was from England, and he was the only guy there for the ski jumping team, and he never trained on actual ice. He was going down the side of the mountains. What? I'm telling you, you Google Eddie the Eagle, you go to YouTube. It's this crazy story how he barely got he made the Olympics basically by default. And the very first time he went down the ski jump thing was the very first time he'd been on the ice platform.
Really?
And he took off and they called him Eddie the Eagle because whoosh, everything was flying around. Everybody thought he was going to kill himself at the Olympics. Not on purpose, obviously, but he was going to get hurt really bad. He didn't. He had a couple of stumbles, but it was I remember that being a big story.
Yeah.
He really went on to do nothing else, but
hey,
he got
him.
He got his teeth fixed though, because he had bad giblets, and then they did one commercial after the Olympics, and for the company who hired him paid to have his teeth fixed.
Oh, well, there you go.
Yep. So Eddie got that going for him.
Nice.
Doesn't get a medal, but he's got teeth.
Good. Hey, you know what? Those are medals.
I will also say the dream team.
Show them off.
The first one.
The first one.
Like the first dream team was like.
Yeah.
That's not fair.
That was unreal.
My goodness.
It's life. Life isn't fair.
I know.
You don't like it, play better.
Well, they tried.
I think they tried,
couldn't really do
yeah.
anything about that, actually.
Yeah, okay.
That dream team was awesome. They were. My word.
Question number 3.
This one comes from part-time Nebraska fan. What is your favorite niche sport? One that you would never talk about on the radio, but will always pause your channel surfing to watch on TV.
Beach volleyball.
Yeah, damn it, get out of my head.
Wow. I mean, the athleticism to be able to move laterally in that sand. Like we train in the sand sometimes in the off season, and it really
Gets all
helps.
those little muscles that you don't-
it helps the
stabilizers.
ankles. Ankles and feet, the small bones and muscles in your leg. Yeah, man. So those athletes are, I mean, flat out amazing.
Strong.
Very, very strong. Yeah.
Anthony, your pick.
Soccer.
Oh, that's a lie. It's just a lie.
You don't watch soccer.
I do.
Unless Killian's playing.
It's certainly not your
that's soccer.
certainly not your guilty pleasure.
It's not on TV yet. Killian isn't on
It
TV
should-
yet.
I hope he will one day. But,
Yeah.
for now, it's soccer.
Okay.
Yeah, I like those bags tournament. The tournaments where it's like a random day and you're like, there's nothing really on.
Oh.
Boom, bags, cornhole. And those guys are just, I mean,
really
they
good.
don't miss at all.
Yeah, it'd be frustrating as hell to play against that guy at the
Right.
Memorial Day barbecue.
Yeah.
I got my drink here. Yeah. And you're like, two that land on the platform.
Yeah,
and this guy's like, swish, swish, swish. I think I punch him in the face immediately. Like, you don't belong here. Get out of my party.
Land 2 on the board. You're like, I'm feeling pretty good today. And
Yeah.
that
Or you're
guy
like
goes
right
next.
around.
Yeah.
Like getting it in the hole, and he just drains it right past yours.
Right.
And then knocks yours off somehow. Like, I don't even know how you could do
And
that.
smiles, knock his teeth out.
Right. I like Jamie's answer. Get him drunk. Still great.
That's the only chance I have.
What about curling, Carey? You said you like curling.
Oh, yeah, I do. I want to see curling. The lights cut off at the curling event, I believe, on the first night of the Olympics. Shameful. But yeah, sure. Curling. Then scratching that ice. Yeah.
Nice.
You ever see the old curling, like in the 80s? Mm-mm. It was awesome. So they have the little square brooms now where they just keep it on the ice and they scrape it. They used to have these big corn brooms, like long, and be like, whap. You can
see that one.
Google like old school curling, and they've got these, and it's slap. You hear like on the ice as it goes. Pat, 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 pat. They get down the other end, the guy'd be like exhausted, his shoulders are burning. Seriously, like it was intense, man. If curling could be intense, it was.
That's hilarious.
Speed skating is another sport. Going back to that question. Speed skating, I think, is interesting. How do you think hockey players would do in a speed skating event?
So I did it one time.
Really? Is that where you got that outfit from?
I wish. So the blades are so much.
Yeah, they're
so much longer.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Oh, they're like that long as opposed to so. It's a whole different skating stride. Like everything is way more accentuated. Like you've got to push and like reload again and then put. You can't just be like quick.
Yeah.
Because I remember trying to skate quickly and you clip the front of it, you're down right nosedive right away. So it took me, a couple of laps around of falling and getting up and figuring out the kind of skating stride that it takes. Then once you get going, like you figure it out a little bit, but then you're like, how do you stop now?
Oh, yeah.
Like I'm whipping around, and I'm not exactly confident coming around that corner. It's kind of like, whoa, you're like trying to hold your turn, and then the blades are long. And
Hey, what are the edges like on those things?
it's razor sharp.
Yeah.
And it's a way different cut to the blade. It's so different. So hockey players, like, look, if you gave Connor McDavid a year to train or 2 years to train, probably a pretty darn good skater. But then not only do you have to master the stride and how to skate with those blades and all that stuff, you've got to get the endurance. You've got to get the style of the proper style of skating. It's a real thing, man. It's pretty impressive.
All right, we're going to do part 2 of the Sports Six Pack. Keep those questions coming in. 314-399-9646 of the Air Comfort Service text line. Part 2 of the Sports Six Pack next. Well, even though the big game is behind us now, you got plenty to look forward to on Underdog. That's because you can play and make entries and win money right now in Missouri by playing basketball. Playing on Underdog's easy. Choose whether or not certain players will go higher or lower on their stats. I got points, rebounds, steals, assists, even got fantasy stats for you as well. Get your entries right, and you can win up to 5,000 times your cash. And if you're looking at a couple of different matchups tonight, you got the Pistons and the Hornets. The Pistons are a small road favorite. I'm looking at some of these lines right now at Underdog, and I see Cade Cunningham going higher than 24.5 points tonight. You don't have to stick with the same game, but I also, in that same matchup, I like LaMelo Ball to go lower than 19.5 points. But again, you can play assists, you can play rebounds, whatever you want. Do it at Underdog. You get your entries right. Like I mentioned before, you can win 5,000 times your cash. Download the app today. Use my promo code Anthony. When it asks for you at sign up, just type in my first name, Anthony, and you're going to score $75 in bonus entries when you play your first $5. Again, that promo code, Anthony, at sign up. Underdog. Make plays, win money. Must be 18 or older in present Missouri. Terms apply. See assets to underdogfantasy.com/web/play and get terms. _DFS_.html for details. Concerned with your play, call 1-800-GAMBLER or visit www.ncbgambling.org.
All right, St. Louis, if you're thinking about selling your home anytime soon, now's the time to do it. Get on the market before it gets flooded in the springtime. And right now, talking to my good friend Gloria Lou, she said that inventory's low, which means your home will become a focal point to anybody who's looking to purchase a home, which is great for you. Also, by calling Gloria Lou with your home sold guaranteed realty, you have access to 24,000 buyers in waiting. How does that help you? It's easy. We just talked about listing your home. As soon as you list your home, Gloria Lou has 24,000 people that will look at your home. Now, not everybody qualifies to buy your home, but a good portion does, which means your home might already be sold. And when it comes to pricing your home, there's nobody better in the business than Gloria Lou. She knows exactly how to price your home to make sure you get the most money and that you sell quickly, and she guarantees to sell your home for market value, or she'll pay you the difference. It's an amazing, amazing guarantee from my friend Gloria Lou. So pick up the phone, give her a call, tell her Jamie Rivers sent you. And her number's 314-325-6888. That's 314-325-6888. Or you can visit GloriaHasTheBuyers.com. Remember, seller and Gloria must agree on price and possession date.
101 ESPN Sports Center.
I'm Andrew Marsh. It's time for a Sports Center update brought to you by Saliga Heating and Cooling. All day long, we've been breaking down Super Bowl 60 as the Seattle Seahawks defeated the New England Patriots by a final score of 29-13. If you missed any of those conversations, make sure you go to 101ESPN.com or check out the free Dobbs Tire and Auto Center's 101 ESPN mobile app. Just head to the podcast page and you'll find all of our shows there. And it's all brought to you by the Schaefer Door Company. We have part 2 of the Sports Six Pack coming up next, so get your questions into the Air Comfort Service text line 314-399-9646. Part 2 of the Six Pack is next. I'm Andrew Marsh, and this Sports Center update is brought to you by Saliga Heating and Cooling, a Daikin heating and air conditioning dealer.
It's time for the Fast Lane to answer your sports questions.
I want to ask you a bunch of questions, and I want to have them answered immediately.
Asking me all these weird questions.
Answer the question.
Answer the question.
Answer me!
Refreshed by Urban Chestnut. Urban Chestnut Swickle Light Premium Light Beer. Live your lifestyle, St. Louis.
Part 2 of the Sports Six Pack now here in Fastlane on 101 ESPN 314-399-9646 of the Air Comfort Service text line. Marsh, fire away with question 4.
Question number 4.
From the 801, what do you think about Austin Matthews getting the C for Team USA?
Yeah, it's a weird pick for me. I ain't gonna lie. This guy's having a hard enough time leading the Toronto Maple Leafs to do anything good at all, and now you're going to task him with leading Team USA, which has riddled with leaders. Like, you have both Tkachuk brothers. Brady's a captain in Ottawa. You have Jack Eichel there, who's also a leader. So many powerful leaders on that team. Austin Matthews it just doesn't scream captain to me. When he got the captaincy in Toronto, people laughed at it because John Tavares is definitely the captain of that team, but they gave it to Austin Matthews because he was like the next one. Mm-hmm. And I think somehow his agent and him had it negotiated like he needed to get the captaincy at some point.
Boy.
I don't know that to be true, Anthony.
I wouldn't want it that way.
I don't know that to be true, but yeah, I don't see him as a captain guy. I could be 100% wrong. I think there's stronger leaders in that locker room.
Did you read Connor McDavid's Players Tribune thing that he posted?
Mm-hmm. Some of it, not all
Some of it. Okay, so he talked about being the captain at such a young age, and when there was some bad stuff or whatever it may be, some questions about the team, everybody looked to him, and he was like, "What? Like, I'm so young." Obviously now that's not the case, but I feel like that could be a troubling thing for a player that maybe isn't a captain or a leader.
Yeah, I agree. He's not
saying that about McDavid. I'm just giving an example.
I'm saying it about Austin Matthews.
Yeah,
he's the face of the nation now. Like, every day the captain has to talk to the media and whatnot. He's the face of the nation. You ever see his interviews? It's like he's barely awake. And it's like, okay, you have your choice. Do I want to hear from Brady Tkachuk or do I want to hear from Austin Matthews? With the hopes of the gold medal for my nation on the line, who's leading my team? I'm going to eat whatever Brady Tkachuk is serving. And Austin Matthews, I'm going to be like, well, is he going to even be awake by game time? Like, I'm just not a fan of his leadership qualities.
Hell of a player, but leadership different.
Look at Team Canada. And not to make it Canada versus USA, but kind of have to, because both teams are just littered with Hall of Fame players. Automatically, Connor McDavid should be the captain, right? Or maybe Nathan McKinnon, Cale Makar. No, Sidney Crosby is the captain. Why? Because all of those other players look up to Sidney Crosby. They all talked about the way he handled training camp in the summer, making sure all the guys got to know each other. Then the Four Nations tournament, he was a captain there, and Connor McDavid and Nathan McKinnon went there, and they were just like eating out of the bowl that he was serving. Like, oh my goodness, this is like, and you can't pick a better guy. He's been nothing but a class act for the NHL, the Pittsburgh Penguins, the Canadian hockey team.
He's been the face of the NHL ever since he stepped into Pittsburgh.
So now if you go strength of, excuse me, I get emotional when I talk about this stuff. When you go strength of leadership, Crosby or Austin Matthews.
Yeah, who does USA have that is of the Crosby ilk?
They're a younger team.
Right.
So they don't have that veteran guy. But I don't think you can go wrong with either Kachuk. Like, in particular, I don't think you can go wrong with Brady. Because there's more people that don't like Matthew because he does things on the ice that they ride the line. Brady's more straightforward. Smash you in the mouth, run you over, go score a goal. Whereas Matthew will maybe clip you from behind, a little elbow to the head, things like that.
Little rooster beak to the old mouth.
Rooster beak, you never know. So if that's not your cup of tea, but you listen to Brady talk, and you see it every day on the Canadian media. I get on TSN, and I see what's going on. I mean, he's stoic with his leadership, and then he backs it up with his play. So I don't think he's Sidney Crosby ilk. I mean, it's pretty tough to lay on anybody.
I'm looking at Brock Nelson. He's the oldest dude on this team.
Yeah,
Brock Lesnar?
No, not Brock
I wish it
Lesnar.
was.
Different guy.
Oh,
Different guy.
Yeah. Brock Nelson's a strong leader by example, but
both hockey players, just different hockey players.
I don't know if Brock ever played hockey.
You know what I mean.
Brock Lesnar.
Could have. I mean, you got guys like J.J. Watt skating around out there. Imagine that mutant in the NHL.
No, sir.
My goodness.
That's who you're fighting. Oh, God.
Or just he dumps the puck in your corner. Hey, you can go get it first, sir. I'm good.
Go ahead.
I'll take the minus.
Somebody go get that. We got a goalie that can play the puck.
Hey, Benner, go get it.
Go for it, man.
Question number 5.
All right, the Arnold Water Tower wants to know, I'm setting the number for the Cardinals Gold Gloves this year at 3.5. Who is taking the over and who is taking the under?
I will take the under, please.
Same.
What's the question?
Okay.
Cardinal Gold Gloves.
I got
3.5 is the
2.
number.
Oh, under.
I got 2. I can give you 2.
Who?
Win
and Scott.
Oh, come on.
Yeah.
Come on.
If I'm...
Donovan got traded.
Yeah, he's no longer here.
So
yeah.
Lars is injured.
Come on.
Victor Scott is a hell of a defender.
He's going to have to hit the ball a little bit if he's going to get consideration.
That's not how that works.
Oh, it is, Carey. I know. I've been in those rooms.
Rules.
Jamie's been part of the voting.
Yeah.
It's your fault.
I've been in those
it's your
rooms.
fault. It is. It's your fault.
One time
They're not those
serving
rooms.
them water.
Oh, nice. Good.
Alcohol.
Ah, good.
Yeah. So it is your fault. You serve them alcohol.
No.
Yeah, I don't. I mean, unless JJ Weatherhope, but either way, I can't get to 4.
I can't get to 4 either.
Is it a rejuvenated Herrera behind the plate?
Have you? When was the last time a team won 4 Gold Gloves in a year? Our team.
I don't know.
Well, the Cardinals actually a few years ago had
that's true.
Had a lot of gold gloves.
Donovan, Goldschmidt, Arenado,
Tommy Edman. Different year.
They had 3. Donovan,
Arenado, Goldschmidt. Was there?
I think the year before Edman won it, and Donovan was like second.
It's
for
cold
utility.
in here, brother.
It is cold. Yeah.
What the hell is wrong with you? Jesus, man.
What's wrong?
Damn feet are cold. It's freezing in here. What the hell are you doing?
I don't know. Felt pretty good about it until you started crying.
Sure, my damn feet are still.
Jesus. Well, it's because you've been sitting the whole day. You cut off that circulation.
You might be right. But I just realized it is really cold in here.
We're almost done, Carey. Suck it up.
Whatever, dude.
All right, so under?
Under.
All right,
Yeah,
we'll just
100%.
we'll just move on to the next question.
Question number 6.
From the 314, what chance do you give the Ravens next year, considering all the coaching changes?
Carey's got him in the Super Bowl.
Yeah. Me too. Go Ravens, right, Carey?
I didn't say that. I just said they would go.
You did not say it.
They would go. Oh, here we go. It says Cards become first team in Major League Baseball history with 5 Gold Glove winners in a single season.
What year is that?
2021. Paul Goldschmidt,
Harrison Bader,
Tommy Edman, Nolan Arenado, Tyler O'Neill, and Harrison Bader.
Oh, that's
there
right.
you go. Okay.
That's us.
Forgot about the O-Dog.
Who'd have thunk it? Huh?
It's been a while.
It's a good season for us, wasn't it?
Yeah.
It certainly was.
Look at us.
Okay, what Ravens? Yeah, that's still one of the best rosters in the NFL, and it's led by a front office that will continue to add pieces. I think Minter. Did they name the OC there? Yep.
In
Declan
Baltimore?
Doyle.
Never heard of him.
Yeah, Double D they call him.
He was the offensive coordinator for the Bears.
Right. So he was Ben Johnson's right hand.
Good for
right
him.
hand man. That would still be my biggest question. Because Todd Monken I thought was a good coordinator, but couldn't get over the hump. Lamar couldn't stay healthy. But that's still one talented roster.
Very talented.
And I think Minter will make the most out of that defense.
Yeah, I think that defense. The defense is what, because you've had multiple games over the last few years where the Ravens have been up by 2 or 3 touchdowns and lost that game, which leads you to believe that the defense didn't hold up their end of the bargain. So I think if Minter gets that defense playing, because they got a lot of talent, if they can get the defense playing at the level that is a championship level, I think that's why I would put them in that conversation.
A lot of people were also frustrated by Monken not running the ball more when, in those situations, but Derrick Henry's got to hang on to the ball. I mean, the Buffalo game, look at that one.
Yeah.
There was another game early on where he put the ball on the ground, I think, right?
Two of the first 3 or 4 games, he put the ball on the ground and put them in a bad situation.
Not great. All right, Marshy.
What?
We done?
We are done.
That wasn't 6.
Yeah, it was.
We will see you tomorrow.
Because you weren't paying attention. We saw you over there.
I was paying attention. Tune in all next week
Something over there.
as the morning after will broadcast live from Cardinal Spring Training in Jupiter, Florida. Don't miss TMA live from spring training every day next week, brought to you by the Healthcare Evolution. We'll wrap up the show next on 101 ESPN.
Elevate your performance with my friends over at Pure Performance. They are your one-stop shop for all aftermarket modifications. I've talked about this several times before. Doesn't matter what vehicle you are driving out on the road, Pure Performance has accessories for you. For me, I've got a pickup truck. It's pretty easy. New running boards, a tonneau cover, tinted windows, lift kit, all of that done by my friends over at Pure Performance. Now, if you want to maybe have an SUV, you want some running boards, you want some Nerf bars, maybe a little bit of a lift kit on that as well, Pure Performance can help you out. And let's not forget that they also carry tires for every kind of vehicle on the road. So if you're looking to get new tires or you think your tires might be running a little bit thin, get into Pure Performance. They're located in St. Peter's, right off of the Cave Springs Boulevard exit. They've got a 25,000 square foot facility with all of those accessories and all of those tires. When you walk in, please ask for Shelby. Tell her Jamie Rivers sent you in. She's going to take great care of you. I absolutely promise you that. And if it's accessories you're looking for, she's going to help you out there. If it's tires that you're looking for, they also can help you out right there on the spot. Technicians are awesome. You won't regret it. So please stop by or stop by online. Visit them at pureperformance.com. That's pure, P-U-R, performance.com.
Missed anything from today's show, you can always download the podcast available at 101ESPN.com or on the Dobbs Tire and Auto Center's 101 ESPN mobile app podcast. Brought to you by Schaefer Door Company. Let's find out what everybody learned today. March, what'd you learn?
Anthony, I learned today that you had a terrific Sunday.
Yeah.
You had a great Sunday. It was a bit of a revenge spot. Tough Saturday for you. Great Sunday.
Tough Saturday in the news.
Just tough Saturday for you.
Yeah.
Great Sunday.
Sure. Good call. Carey.
I learned today that the Cardinals are the first team in ever, Bob, with 5 Gold Glove winners in 1 year.
There you go. Let's go, baby.
Who knew?
And it happened in 2021.
Yeah, not that long ago.
Yeah.
Feels like a lot longer than it really was.
It's been a while. I also learned that Jamie don't pay attention to anything when it's time to go home.
Yeah. Yeah, very true.
Touch my Gatorade.
Jamie, what'd you learn?
Yeah, I learned today that even when Anthony is not trying to be an a-hole, he might actually be more of an a-hole. Which is a talent, quite honestly.
Skill set.
Jamie Marshy felt the wrath.
I did. And Carey.
Yeah. I was fine, Anthony. I'm okay with it.
Sure. You just pointed out for the people.
Noticed it.
Yeah.
You know?
Good thing you pointed it out, you know? People wouldn't know otherwise. Yeah.
It's hard to pick up on.
What I learned is that even if I say one comment is perfect and another comment is less than perfect, the less than perfect somehow turns into like I'm saying that's a garbage comment, but all I'm saying is it's less than perfect.
Still sounds bad. Even
Anthony, I told you
smokes.
a couple breaks ago, you've been saying some funny stuff today.
Thank you.
I've laughed a lot today.
I appreciate
Thanks
you, Marsh.
to you, Anthony.
Oh, thanks.
Not sure how to take that.
Yeah, well.
No, I'm being genuine. I've laughed a lot.
Thanks to you.
Yeah, he said some funny stuff.
I appreciate you. Thank you.
Were you laughing at things he wasn't trying to be funny at?
It's time for the Fast Lane's 3 Stars of the Day, presented by Circus Sports. No bet fees ever with the world's largest sports book, now at your fingertips in Illinois and Missouri.
All right, our third star of the day goes out to a guy who now, apparently, according to the iNet, his new nickname is The Schedule, and that's because they had an easy schedule. Anthony, Drake May, who finished third yesterday in the Super Bowl, gets our third star.
Yeah, tough day.
Second star of the day goes out to Jamie's answer. It was perfect. So he gets the second star.
Perfect answer. Always
Nice
great,
job,
man.
Jamie.
Thank you, Anthony.
Proud of you, buddy.
Thank you.
And our first star of the day goes out to a guy who changed the narrative, Sam Darnold.
Yeah.
Nice job, Sammy D.
Sammy D.
Super Bowl winner.
No more old man Sam.
Nope.
Super Bowl Sam is now what we're calling him.
Super Bowl Sam.
And it's Mr. Super Bowl winning Minecraft head to you.
That's a good point.
There was one player that needed to prove the doubters wrong, a ton of pressure on him heading into the season, and he delivered
Somebody
this year.
picked that guy.
Man.
Lot to prove.
Lot to prove.
And he did.
He definitely
certainly
did.
Did
You
it for
were right.
you, Anthony.
Anthony called
Thanks,
it again.
guys.
This
He
guy's
did.
been calling college basketball winners,
Yeah.
World Series winners,
Yeah, well, I have called the
NHL
last
Stanley
two.
Cup winners.
Oh, yeah.
You didn't have to dye your beard.
No,
You did not?
You're right.
No, we did.
The ones I'm most proud about are the last 2 World Series winners. Nobody saw those coming. For Andrew Marsh, for Carey Davis, for Jamie Rivers, I'm Anthony Stalter. We will see you.